Okay,
Props for Andrew.
and we are live.
That will
So
lock in any bowler hats. But
you've diversified your hat portfolio in recent
go, we're already-
times.
oh yeah, one of the things I bought out of the player's handbook thing when you said we could was 2 sets of fine clothing, because once you have some money, you should look the part.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And actually, wanted to make sure that we had all that accounted for. So, can I get you guys to give me a quick rundown of what all you purchased and how much money you spent and how much money you have left? That can be done via a message in Facebook with just the list. That's fine. But I do
really
want to
hope
get a
Finn's-
sense of what your current economics
I will
is.
screenshot you my. Oh no, how can I do this? Hang on.
Oh,
It's
I
mostly
forgot
just
about
camping
that.
supplies.
Forgot about what?
To add the stuff and do the thing. Let me fix that.
So let me see where my.
Finn,
Yes.
I really hope your character used this time wisely and strategically placed like bins of ball bearings around the castle or something, so that if there's
No.
ever an attack, you can just tip them over and see what happens.
I did buy 1 bag of those. Oh, there it is. So I put this on the character sheet, but it's all things like box of bullets, bag of ball bearings, bag of flour, bag of salt, bucket, chalk, crowbar. I will. Maybe if I just screenshot you
And
my.
then I believe there was also a magic item that you bought.
Yes, off the list on the that you put up. I got the gloves of missile snaring.
Also, just out of curiosity, didn't you guys also loot from the last Endeavor like an absolute smoke ton of fine robes and such and everything? Did you guys tap into that and see if they were magical in any sense? Or are they just like really nice clothes?
They're just really nice clothes.
Yeah, so
John. Well, the week has gone by, and a new magic item shop, basically new inventory, comes in. So we're gonna roll that now.
Ooh, fine.
Yeah.
oh, also wondering about the has there been time to update to attune magic item that I bought?
Yes. Share this shop.
I guess the only common expensive things that were not just like shovels and soap and a wagon, I guess, is on there. I got a spyglass and I got some healing potions. Those were like the expensive things.
I got the Garnet Ring of Fire Resistance. I splurged.
I got death.
Yes, you did.
I obtained the mithril half plate and the +2 great axe.
So you
Plus
must,
2 for hit?
you must be broke now.
Not really. I had a bunch of platinum, and that added up to 7,074, and I have 1,484 left of that.
So I put a link in chat. That is the link for Ballyhard's Hard Bargain.
Okay, hang on. Oh wait, in Scarford Geo chat here.
A little gold magic shop.
Continue to external link. Wow. Okay. There's some real expensive things there. Holy crap.
60,000 gold piece pick of warning, yeah?
Yeah. That hand crossbow.
Leaf.
I cannot afford that, but
I'm surprised the Dragon Slayer Greatsword doesn't cost as much. Also, just a heads up, I added the bolt action rifle and the star wheel to the homebrew items that should be available in D&D Beyond. So if you want to, you're welcome to add those
Cool.
Sounds good.
to your character sheets.
I don't have any of that stuff.
I see that potion of healing is on there. Does that mean we should only be buying potions of healing from these item shops, not from just PHP?
You can buy them from the PHP for now. It's fine.
Okay, well then I'll
How many do
stick
you
with the
have?
ones I bought. I took 4.
You have how many? 4?
4.
4 is plenty. That's fine. So you guys are hanging out around the. I imagine you're on the inside of your tower. You're hanging out in your little central.
Alright, I'm looking at. I don't want any of those things. That's good.
Are you all on roll 20? You are.
I do have a question for you.
What's up?
For spell scrolls, does it have to be your what's it called class? Does it has to be a spell for your class?
Yep.
Okay, I thought so. I had assumed that, but I wanted to double check.
I think to learn it, it has to be a spell from your class. To use it, it doesn't.
Right, but it consumes the scroll.
Yeah.
To use it once.
Right.
If it's not of your class, if you learn it, then you can keep. Do you have to be a wizard to learn spells, though? Like, I'm a warlock, but I have 2 spell scrolls that are for warlock type. I think 1 or 2 of them is above my level, though.
So you only learn new spells through your pact.
Okay. So I cannot.
Warlocks
the spells.
Warlocks of the Tome can learn ritual spells from spellbooks.
I am not that.
No.
I'm pretty sure. Maybe I am. Maybe I'm lying.
Well,
Maybe I have no idea what I'm talking about. Let me check on that.
One of the two.
I actually don't remember.
Hey Gabe, I'm gonna throw out a roll to see if everything is all tip top with roll 20. Is that okay with you?
Yeah.
Sweet.
I am Pact of the Tome.
Well, shit then. I guess you better start learning those spellbook spells.
Pretty sure I took that at like level 3, so I
Yeah, it was,
definitely
like,
don't
level
remember.
3.
That's a long time ago.
That's
One
funny.
thing that I find really cool about this then is that after the next like little short rest in story, I feel like Noon's character is just gonna be sitting in a plethora of books. Like she's just gonna be in like a pile. And someone's gonna be like, Noon, and there's just gonna be like a light that comes out of this pile of books. You're like, yes, what do you want?
Be sitting in my room, like doing that cat thing where they just like sprawl in the strangest position, like this,
Yeah.
with a book, like almost leg over my head
Like,
for no real
reading
reason.
one book and casually knocking another one off the shelf.
Yeah,
exactly. Or just
Alright.
like have like a toy that my paw is playing with while I'm reading.
I mean, you could just be playing with that noise box and then accidentally click a button and scare the
Oh,
shit out of yourself.
Oh shit! I forgot about that item.
You gotta use that, because the one
I-
thing that I find amazing is that literally if you get like someone screaming into that, it's amplified by 5 times. You could use that to scare the shit out of the enemy before we even engage them.
To just like use the sound of my Eldritch Blast.
I mean, I'd be using
Because
that a
it
lot. Could you
magnifies
imagine?
it by 5 times.
So,
Could you imagine if you got the sound of like a thunder slap? Sorry, Gabe.
it's okay. So, I guess right now I see Bear has gone outside and is standing by the statue of Brownhorn.
Yeah, I'm just taking a drink by the well.
Cool.
You
And
know,
the other two are
I
inside. It looks like Phineas is inside the.
I'm getting a snack.
You're eating a snack? Okay. And Noon is imagining how life will be with her new library. When you hear from the guard tower, or the front tower is basically over here. Elves approaching!
oh,
Oh. Alright, well, I guess I'll take what I'm eating. Wander out that way.
Do I have to go movement speed or can I just move?
Just move. Where are you going?
I want to stand by the guard tower, but can I, like, hide and peer over?
I mean, yeah, okay.
I'm gonna
I know
not
there's
hide
probably
and
no
wave
real
over.
purpose to it, but I'm going to do it anyway.
Okay. Yeah, you,
Yeah.
It's like, let me be a sneaky cat.
well, roll sneak then.
Roll the snack check.
I'm gonna wave at them. And say, hello there!
28.
They nod at you.
They don't see shit.
Yeah, they nod at you, Finn. And, like, do their regular greeting. It's like, how?
Cool.
Can we come in?
Yeah, can I control the gate from here? Can I just, like, let them
Yeah,
in?
you can say,
Can we
let them in, let
ask
them
who
in.
they are first?
yeah. Like,
These are the elves that you worked with before, back at the orc camp.
Do we recognize
I
them?
recognize some of
Over
these
the
guys,
gate.
I'm
Yeah,
sure.
you recognize a number of them.
Alright,
Over the
cool.
gates.
Bueno.
Let me see your badge number, elves.
No,
Yeah, right.
they come. I will come and meet them down here.
Ooh,
Sorry, didn't mean to get up in your space there. Roderick?
So,
Big
wow, that's a lot of them.
right, Roderick, what are you doing here?
Why are there so many of you, Roderick?
And yeah, the first thing you notice is that this is a lot of fucking elves, and they all kind of come over and gather around your water area, and they have a drink and like start to kind of relax, and they all kind of sit around here, right around Brownhorn. And the princess that you had been dealing with initially, and her father, walk forward with the egg. You guys remember the egg, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Hot
We
topic.
remember it, but also definitely have mentioned it. We're like, so all of us kind of just forgot about it, huh? We kind of just ignored
Did not
that.
forget about it.
We acknowledged it, but didn't decide to do anything about it.
Oh my god.
I'm pretty sure it's intentional, but Gabe, I also can't see anything, by the way.
zoom out
Really?
a bit.
Yeah, the map is black for me. It looks like you have like fog on, so that I can see the silhouette of like a darkened map, but I can't see any characters. I can't see
Wiggle
anyone
your,
moving. I can only see
wiggle
when
your
someone pings on the
character.
map. My character is not on the map at all.
Yeah, it is.
Like I saw
Oh.
someone ping right here, but other than me pinging, I can't see anything.
I assigned you to Tim Schnippens, and Tim Schnippens is in your journal. Do you not have control over this character on this map?
There is no character of mine on the map, not that matches my silhouette for Tim Snippens.
What
I don't
is
see
your
any characters
silhouette
on the
for
map,
Tim
actually.
Schnippens? What the fuck do you mean?
I literally see a black map right now. Like, it's not black. Like, I see the silhouette of the castle. There's a guard tower here with arrows and a ballista. The flag's over here.
Okay,
The
so that's
rooms
not
I
black.
remember are down here.
That's
refresh
not
it
black.
first.
Refreshing.
Okay.
Yeah, it still looks really hazy. Like, I can see the map. There's someone just pinged in the courtyard, but
Do
yeah.
you
other
see
than
where
that,
I'm
no.
do you see what is where I'm pinging?
Nope. I just see the red ring in the middle, right behind the door. Oh, something popped up for my character. Like, I can move and rotate someone.
Okay, that's Tim Schnippens.
Weirdly enough, I don't see him though. Like, there's the box for me to move. Oh, there we go. Hold on. It just flashed into frame for a second, and then now the screen's black.
Mine is black
Yeah, I just blackened everyone's because now
Okay.
everybody's fucked because I have to fix your shit. So
Woo. Well, I'm gonna grab another drink.
I'm gonna do
'Cause I
this.
drank one while I was putting my face on.
Daylight mode. How about now?
There we go. Oh, that's a lot of stuff. Yeah, there's a lot of people in here.
Yeah.
There's also 4 of the same models of Tim Schnippens on the map.
Yeah, well, you're just a battle mage to these elves, so
Okay,
you look
cool.
like an elven battle mage.
Sounds good. Cool.
So yeah, good luck keeping yourself straight which one you are.
Mm-hmm.
So
It's kitty cat.
okay.
My sound is on. Sorry.
The elven princess walks up to the statue of Brownhorn and places the large green egg in your outstretched hands, and it fits perfectly. And then she sits back down, and they all start smoking the peace pipe, yeah.
That's it.
And praying, basically.
Is any of this familiar to Finn from his time?
Yeah,
among
this
the
is that
elves?
weird ceremonial shit that they do.
But like, do I know any of the songs or prayers to like join in?
Oh, would you like to try and join in?
Yeah.
go.
I can't actually see anything right now, but if you can move me to it, I can imagine.
Also cannot see anything.
Neither can I.
Yeah, but Gabe already said that he fucked things up for us, so I'm assuming that's why.
Chris, see something now?
Yes. Yes, thank you. And Noon is also like, you know, in the same manner of like, you know, I'm gonna do my best to join in, because probably more so than Finn, since she is tribal as well. And
I'm gonna join in with the words I know, like if I know the words, but I'm only gonna do it if I'm pretty confident.
Can
that
you
I know.
see now, Finn?
Yep.
Okay. Bear, where'd you go?
I don't know. I don't know where I am.
You're up on the guard tower there, bud, by the flag.
Oh, hold on.
Oh,
Okay.
am I? I can't see anything. My map is black.
Yeah, I enabled dynamic lighting, which means everything breaks until I turn on vision for people. There. How's
Great,
that?
thank you.
Okay, so you guys are gathered around this this statue, and they're smoking and they're talking and they're praying, and in between, basically what probably goes on for a few hours, you guys are all like talked about in front of you, and then asked about like what you were doing, like where you were in your head while you were doing some of these crazy deeds that you've done. Climbing the Eagle Tree in Eagle Peak was like, that's an extremely deadly climb. How did you make it? How did you survive that? Noon.
wit and cunning.
You've been hunted from the northern swamps all the way down to Kessler and beyond. How did you escape so often, Phineas?
I mean, I've only been following them around, really. Wouldn't say I'm the one being hunted.
He laughs, like, actually at the irony of your statement, and then he looks over at Bear, and you can see he's considering asking a question, and he doesn't. Instead, he decides to ask you, well, since this is now the home of the Hope, we'll stay here, and we'll guard it. So, cool?
Sounds good to me. Let elves do with, eggs and things.
Yeah, I
don't
trust
want to seem to be in better interest than anything.
We did the work. I'm happy to have it under our own roof.
Well, yeah, it's your own roof, which is now going to be inhabited by
Well, yeah,
2, 3, 4. How many fucking elves are here?
a lot.
A lot of elves.
At
I think
least
I'll just
this
go
many
find
elves.
a hole to dig.
So they're going to be setting up camps on the outside of the wall and the inside of the wall. And they actually begin to kind of disperse and start doing that and doing some of the legwork around getting this place livable for a basically military population of elves. And that's when this kind of clears out a little bit, is when you guys get an opportunity to like sit down just with the chief and his daughter. If you would like to. Is that you, Tim?
Yeah. Gonna sit down and say, hadn't really thought about it till I heard you all asking just now, but all those scrapes we've been in, Brownhorn got us out of more than a few of them. I don't think we have made it through the train heist without him.
The Moose Father of the North is a brave man. They say in his chest beats 3 hearts. I'm just kind of staring at the statue.
We're
He's
all
an
really
important part of
hoping
our
that he's
team.
Still beaten.
What's that?
Said he's an important part of our team.
Seems like an important piece of furniture right now.
We'd like to have him back.
Yeah, we're working on that.
Not
He
something
kinda- he
within
kinda
our power
glances-
as of right now.
Glances sideways at you. Working on that how?
Well, I've tried every song I know. Nothing seems to work. And we had a healer who tried their spells, and none of those worked. So I've
I'm
sent
looking
out,
through all my books, but I don't have anything I can do right now.
I've sent out messages to the towns asking if any men of science can help with their alchemy.
It won't be science that fixes him.
I have
Well,
not
magic,
seen
we've
science
tried
that
that
fixes anything. Science only makes more problems.
All I know is the same people that brought science are the same people that brought the madness.
What'd you say, Finn?
Said if magic was gonna fix this, it would have by now. We've tried everything.
He looks
We've
at you
tried
like
everything we know.
you know everything about magic.
Well, we've tried everything in our power. I've never seen magic turn a stone into flesh.
Well, I don't pretend to know everything about magic, but I do know that science was brought here by the same people that brought the madness. I don't trust it.
That's right. Jordan, you are more than welcome to talk if you want.
Okay, cool. There we go. I've never seen a problem that is caused by magic be remedied by magic. That's something that I'm sure will not fix the situation. You guys see this
Even some of the
elf
elves
that's
agree.
been quiet in the corner this entire time just pipes up all of a sudden?
And the chieftain looks at you and says, "Hey, stupid. We already told you you talk too much. Maybe next time you can say something."
Kind of puts his head down and just kind of saunters off to the side and just like sighs.
I'm gonna scooch on closer to that stranger. Do I know Tim from the elves, or is he a stranger?
He's a bit of an outcast. Nobody really seems to like him in the elven.
Okay, but I know of him. Like,
You've seen him today. You've probably seen him once before.
fair enough. Well, yeah, I'm gonna mosey on up to this outcast gentleman, tip my hat to him, say, "Hey there, stranger. Like the way you think."
You're a wizard saying you don't put thought into magic?
No, I was saying that science wouldn't be able to remedy a problem that was caused by magic.
Yeah, that's not
I
how
thought
that
you
came
said
out at all.
magic wouldn't be able to remedy a cause.
That's not-
caused by magic.
Oh, sorry, I totally flipped those words around.
Yeah.
I
Like
was
I said,
somebody
I don't know if he's
yeah.
crazy or if he's just saying things backwards, but he talks a lot and doesn't say anything. So,
At this point, anyone who can fix him, however it might be, is fine by me. If you think you can do something, I'm willing to hear.
long ago we lost the magic to transmute. We try to live with nature as it is for many thousands
I
of years.
managed to get past the awkwardness.
What's that?
I was giving myself a check to see how awkward that situation was for Ben.
It was awkward.
Oh
I
God!
don't like magic. What? No, I said I do like magic.
Kind of turns red and just looks at the floor intensively, like, "Yep, that brick is cool."
And puts his entire foot in his mouth.
We once possessed magic that could do that. Unfortunately, the most ancient of us would have to tell you the stories, and those stories are mostly lost to time and space. It hasn't been on this world, maybe across the Great Ocean, where all of our ancestors should come from.
And you have no records, nothing written?
The elves do not write.
Okay.
we
Right.
wear
Well, that gives
beads
me an
and we
idea.
paint pictures and we craft and we weave. But we live in harmony with the way life is. We don't try and transmute things, not in many generations. Also, we live forever in that my ancestors live in me. And so I know what they know. I know that these stories are true. And I know that there's magic that can obviously turn people to stone and return them from stone. And I'm going to go ahead and drop the role-playing stuff for a second and let you know. The spell you're looking for is called Stone to Flesh.
I know, I looked into it.
Right. It is a 6th level spell, which is very fucking castable. It requires a drop of blood mixed with earth. But you gotta find somebody who knows it.
Can I, is it an opportune time to pull Noon aside?
I think
Or
you're
Bear.
probably fine to...
Or anybody.
Sure.
And just say, hey, I've had an idea. Now, I know I was pretty convinced magic wouldn't work, but if they say there's a spell, there's a spell. And if they say that my ancestors knew it, then they knew it. And can't Divvy talk to the dead?
Yeah.
Just
Well.
saying, maybe we could get Divinus to summon up some spirits, or even some of these elves, and see if the ghosts of my ancestors can teach us the spell.
I can cast it. I can even learn it if I have the book. It's
Can you?
But the
But-
books don't exist.
Are you guys whispering during all of this?
Yeah, they're snuck off somewhere.
Walked away a little bit, like
What do you
over
mean?
there.
Can
You can't cast 6th level spells.
oh no, you're right. I'm bullshitting.
Yeah.
I cannot. It's a 6th level spell. You're totally right.
I can guess anything, okay? You just wish him back.
I'm powerful. I cannot cast that.
Insert power word here.
Like, it doesn't have to be one of us to cast it, but it sounds like
How about
maybe trying to
it would-
talk to the dead is the way to go on this.
it would take me a long time to learn, but it does exist, and it's something we could find.
Yeah, or it did exist. Sounds like it did exist.
So, if you were to find this spell, it would not be in Karam or any of its settlement lands, because anybody with the arcane power to cast this spell would have been identified and killed. Lethiam does not tolerate arcane magic. So, the fact that you guys are alive is a manifestation of the fact that you've done great deeds and nobody has ever witnessed you casting magic to do it
And survived.
and survived.
Nothing but this stone.
Where would we go to learn it? I'm asking this to the chief? Chief.
I mean, he indicated that that it would not be found in Fela, which is the continent that you're on. Across the Great Ocean, there is a couple of other continents, but one of them is Karam, which is Europe. There's Afran, which is Africa. Got Indra, and then yeah, there's like the Eastern Steppes and basically Asia. So think about it like the world as it is. You guys are in America. He's saying not in America.
Well,
I'd be willing to sail to save Brownhorn, but
well, the one
not
that's
something
like
I
Europe-
know of.
Sorry, the
Tips
one that's
doesn't
more
pipe
like
stuff.
Europe is the one where magic is as outlawed as it is here.
In Karam, magic is outlawed.
Yeah.
In
so
most
there's
of the
no
rest
point-
of the world, culture is so different that the Karam wouldn't know it was magic if it fucking happened in front of them.
Right. But what,
Um,
do we just throw a dart at a map? Like,
What's
we
that?
need more to go on than just not this continent.
Well, he doesn't know where.
Let's
Like,
say this to each other. Yeah.
And first thing you probably want to get is a world map, which is not going to be easy, nor is it going to be accurate, nor is it going to be cheap. So,
Well, I mean, town's the best place to start looking for someone who can get us a world map.
What are other options before we decide to sail?
well, yeah, it sounds like you want to do some research and then maybe set sail for the old continent. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you guys are closer.
Possibly. I'd like to know if there's anything that can be done before we leave. Like, you know, Nuna's not a fan of the idea of sailing. She's willing to do it.
so I think the,
So,
okay.
you know,
He's done with this podunk town in this desert.
I think the only other thing that might work is there is a magic of the spirits, maybe a greater restoration could heal Brownhill. Did you guys look into that at all?
I read the spell.
You read the spell? So it's a cleric or druid spell, or bard. It requires
Yep.
a diamond dust worth 1,000 gold pieces. It's a 5th level spell, so that puts it way more in range of you guys.
Yeah, and that's divine magic, so we could look for that among the settlers.
Right? You might even be able to find a like bishop or regional shaman who could cast it.
Has anybody from that responded to our summons of who can cure Brownhorn will reward you?
Oh, you've had a ton of people turn up about the reward for curing
But no,
Brownhorn.
like bishops who can cast.
They are all snake oil salesmen or holy healers.
Yeah. So Finn's ready to give up on that route. If he's
Well,
had a ton
what,
of
because
people
you
and it
put out
doesn't
a-
work either.
Because you put out a Craigslist ad and got a bunch of bullshit.
Yep. Well, I mean,
Wow.
at least give up on hoping for someone to come and
Yeah.
just be like, "Hey, I got this."
Yeah, chances are to find anything legitimate, you'll have to go seek them out.
Tim Schnippens pipes up a little bit and goes, I believe there might be more possible ways for you to be able to seek someone out that might be able to help you if you're going seabound, maybe in the port district. Do we have any knowledge of a nearby port that you can go and investigate? Maybe see if there's anyone that has knowledge of the lands of the sea?
How far do we have to go to get to the sea?
Good question. So the Iliot Mountains are an analog for Lake Tahoe, which is about I don't know, how far is that?
I can do that. Google Maps.
It's like 200.
Lake Tahoe.
It's like 200 miles or so from the bay. I think.
Well, Noon says, I don't like the idea of leaving the continent from that's my homelands. It's far, but it's not that far if I need to go to my family. Leaving the continent, I'd like to know that we can come back.
Yeah, he just listens to you and nods. Shrugs his shoulders like,
Yeah.
I don't know that we know if any of us could ever come back, right?
And she just kind of like sits and like, feels a dilemma. 'Cause she's thinking like, this is her party. These are the people she's been adventuring with and really wants to cure Brownhorn. But
Hey
Yeah,
there.
Chief,
it looks like
Yes,
it's
sir.
about maybe 200 to 300 kilometers, 250 kilometers. To
So it's a while.
the ocean.
Is there,
there-
some sort of city on the ocean as well, like more major than the towns we've been in here?
Yeah, there is actually a port town called Port Cisco.
That might be. And we'd probably get even better information there if we were looking for bishops and things and clerics.
Absolutely possible.
Barry, you've been awful quiet though. How do you feel about all this?
Well, I don't really have much to say. I go wherever the golden glory follows. If we have to go back to the old country, as long as we stay far away from where the old kingdom that I was from, I'll be okay. But
He's
They
a
come
wanted
close.
man in Karam, so you would not want to
Yeah.
go to Karam.
I'm in exile. I can't really go where much within that kingdom. But the continent, if we skirt around the kingdom, I would be fine. But frankly, I can't really sit too idle for too long. It's not very comfortable. I need to go out and hit things.
Well, sounds
You
like you're ready
see-
to set sail then.
Buried out in there, it's got what you call murder hobo syndrome.
yeah,
Chief, might I propose something possibly?
The chief looks at you, waiting for you to speak.
Listen, I'm no stranger to the circumstance of the situation. I know most of you don't like me. Now, on that note, how about I get out of your hair for a bit and maybe go and adventure with these folks and see if I can maybe bring some light onto their issue with their friend? Who knows? Maybe I can help them, or in the best case scenario for you, maybe I'll die trying and you won't have to worry about me ever again, he says with a very snide smile.
Wow. You cry almost as much as you talk. Says nothing. Yeah, go ahead. Go with these people. You'll be fine.
Kind of just stares at the chief for a second and just looks back and goes, all right then. Shit.
If I remember correctly, one of the points of your character was that you are interested in settler society, right? Was that not one of the background?
Interested in like different points of society, different aspects, and that kind of thing. So yeah, interested in any culture really.
Yeah.
But
So
yes.
he's just you get interested in the shit, and then you come back and you babble about stuff from settler society, and they're like, "You're not saying anything. You're talking a lot, but you're not saying anything." And you'll like get upset about that because they're not listening to you, and so he's just reflecting what it is for you to be kind of slightly obsessed with a culture that's not your own, and bringing that home to a culture that is your own, and then being like, "Okay, dude, like, please shut up." If that makes any sense. It's not you personally, but that's the way the chieftain and the tribe feels about it, because of the way you feel about them.
Okay, well, is Tim saying that in front of everyone, or is he saying that to the chief?
He's saying that in front of everyone. Like, he's sitting with you guys near the Brownhorn statue and just, like, voice that to the room.
Okay, then Noon turns to him and says, "What makes you think you're welcome?"
Ah, well, you know, I've always been tagging along in a lot of situations, so we'll see how it goes, and if you don't want me, we'll just have some fun with it. And, you know, you can just always push me off a tree or a cliff if that's what you prefer.
I'll bet he's got Featherfall.
Makes you nothing more than a pet on the way until you prove yourself. You realize that.
Oh, hey, well, apologies. I didn't know this cat had claws. Why don't you go sit up on your bed and calm down and relax and purr like a good cat?
Listen,
He
Tim,
snighs and looks at you.
I've been where you are. I mean, I grew up with the elves. I left much younger than you, but I think we need to take a trip here to Port Cisco, and you're welcome to come along in my books. I'm the one with the wagon, so...
Alternately, so there is one other place that you know of where you might be able to find somebody who can cast this magic. And it is back in the swamps of the north. The Drow.
Yeah. I mean,
But they're so emo.
they also
They're also
things
super
got a
fucking
little
dangerous.
complicated there.
Yeah.
They call the rest of us poser elves.
I'm not saying you would go there and like get it for free. I'm saying like if you went there, you might be able to find somebody who can cast that magic and enslave them to cast
At
it.
price.
Anybody want to tell me what got complicated means?
So do you remember the train heist, Finn?
Yeah, I was there. Hard to forget.
So Blackhand, Drow, heavily associated with one another. He is Drow, but they were allies.
Right, I definitely remember Blackhand. I shot that motherfucker's ear off.
So I don't. Do you want me to tell him? Like, I don't know how much you guys remember about the whys and whats and ins and outs of all that.
I don't specifically remember going to the Drow camp, to be honest.
Okay. So basically,
That precedes my notes.
so they were working for Blackhand. These like Brownhorn and fucking Divinus and Noon were all working for Blackhand. Until they got to like the camp where they were supposed to like turn over the gnome that they had captured, and he got them all drunk and had them all turned in, and that's when they went against Blackhand. Now, you're right. You guys never did end up engaging in any of the stuff with those drow up there because you got turned in before then. When you went traveling back to the north to go confront Blackhand about it and go get on the train and such, you fought Blackhand alone, except for his shadow, and then you fought that green dragon in the swamps in the north. So that was on the edge of the swamps in the north. Farther into those swamps is where the rest of the drow live. And
So this might be something that Noon knows and I don't, but at least I'm hoping it is. How involved was Blackhand with the general tribal drow? Like,
what's that?
how involved was Blackhand with the general tribal drow?
Yeah,
Because
so
we were at Blackhand's camp, but we also did interact with the drow tribe themselves.
partially,
I don't know if it was all. Yeah.
yeah. You were drunk. You were drunk when that happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And made some questionable decisions.
That's okay.
which-
We all make weird life choices. But so
Noon and Chris, yeah.
Blackhand never seemed too much to give a lot of shits about the drow or anybody. And his bandits specifically were like known to not really adhere to any kind of tribal customs or really give that many fucks. Now, if you guys want to go ahead and do some investigating, you can drum up some more information about what all went down up there.
Really.
So, Phineas, since you seem so interested, why don't you roll me an investigation check, Padre?
Yeah, will do. I'll ask these folks.
Additional question. And this is more of a general.
Interested but not good at investigating.
They're high elves?
Yeah, these are high elves.
Is there any, like, beef between drow and high elves?
The high elves are not friends with the drow.
Yeah, I didn't think so. So they wouldn't be the best to ask questions to about it.
No, I was gonna have the investigation just be like, oh no, you heard about this or that from being a male person. But Finn rolled a 5, so he hasn't heard this or that about shit.
Can I roll history if I've heard anything from
Yeah, you're the only other person
Blackhand
who would have.
because we talked one-on-one?
Right, you're the only other person who would have had access to the information about it. So go ahead and roll an investigation or a history check.
Definitely rolling investigation. I have a +7 for that.
Okay. 17. So you remember a lot of the tribal drow warriors were talking about how their chieftain had recently died, and there was going to be a great like choosing ceremony about which one of them would become the new chieftain. And you recognize that this caused a lot of them to be extra malicious, I guess. They were kind of like fucking with each other and trying to like prove that they were the more cunning and the more powerful and the more evil.
Is that
Drow.
something that Blackhand could have been a candidate for?
Blackhand likely was not only a candidate, but would have subverted the notion of needing to ever be like. Blackhand had bigger ambitions than being a fucking tribe chieftain.
So
wanted-
it was
he wanted to
more
take-
a situation of they might have wanted him as a chief, and he would have said no.
Yeah, he it was pretty clear actually. Blackhand talks pretty boldly about his plans to overthrow Langston and take the whole the whole of Langston Valley and Kessler and the whole Iliad Range as his own.
Okay, so my bigger question would be, is Blackhand someone that the general drow would have, like, revered and been like, he's a hero and that kind of stuff? Like, if we go, are they going to be, you killed him, what the fuck? or is it going to be more like, I'm just trying to gauge how much animosity they're gonna have and like how angry they're gonna be that we kill them is what I'm trying to figure out.
I would not worry about whether or not you killed Blackhand as being the driver for their animosity for you. The Drow are extremely xenophobic, and they're evil. They'll kill you on sight because they kill all of their humanoid sentients on sight. They're also known to be cannibals.
But they like eating pussy.
Do what you're good at. The Elven way.
Sorry, the joke is so easy. But
So those are the
I
alternatives.
would
You can go to
say if
you can go to Port Cisco, or you can go north to the swamps.
I think we should try the Drow first.
Are you serious? Cannibals over amazingly awesome city with gambling parlors and.
Are you trying to tell me that Port Cisco doesn't have cannibals?
I mean, not exclusively.
Vicious to say.
The Drow.
Like, the game's just like, you're gonna run into some fucking cannibals.
There are at least
Well,
non.
now we are.
So okay.
One of those options takes me away from my homeland.
Well,
It's a
only
clear
if you get on a
option for
boat.
me.
Only if you get on a boat. Getting to Port Cisco is one thing. Getting on a ship to go to what in this case would be Asia is a totally different thing. And yeah, I mean, you're talking about roughly equivalent travel distance from Port Cisco then to the swamps. So
Is it like triangular or is it equal distance but they're closer?
equidistant, they're going in two different directions.
We love that.
Yeah,
Okay.
the Drow are to the north of you. Port Cisco's to the west, southwest. Also, going to Port Cisco, you're going through Orkland. Put that out
Fun.
there.
I've had encounters with the Drow before. I've never been to this city before.
Have you had positive encounters with the Drow before?
That's debatable.
I had fun.
Seemed fine at the time, a little less afterwards.
Always does.
Well, Davy's not here, and Brownhorn's not in a place to vote. Looks like it's down to you, Bear. You going to the sea or the swamp with the cannibals? Try to eat you.
In either direction, I wouldn't mind avenging most of my cousins, fighting each and every one of those choices. So let's go down. Let's go down to the city and see. Let's see what we can dig up.
I'm willing to learn more. I'm not committing to sailing as of yet.
Oh no, we're not
Okay.
sailing nowhere.
Well, you guys are definitely not sailing without Divinus, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, we're not
like
making
we gotta
that
wait for Divinus, and we gotta charter a boat. That takes a lot of time.
Divinus has the ascending stone, yes?
Yes.
Yes.
So we're not committing to getting on a boat just yet, but I don't want to ask cannibals for help. That sounds dangerous.
I trust the tribals over the settlers, even if they are Drow.
They have killed how many of your kind, Noon, and how many of my kind, and yet you still have some compassion for those that don't deserve it.
Settlers have killed more.
I'll
Killed
never
me.
understand.
At least the
as
Drow
Bear
aren't trying to
says
ruin our ways of life.
as Bear says deserve it, the chief almost fucking like chokes on his own spit.
Look over to him and wait for him to finish choking so you see what he says.
He doesn't say anything, but he's glaring at Bear.
Um, so we go to the city or what?
That's what I'd say. Snippins, you're welcome to come along. If you had any opinion on the matter, I suppose we'd hear it, but you don't get a vote yet, I don't think.
Yeah, no, I don't think I've earned that right. Kind of looks over at noon.
Hmm. Well, let's go and see what we can learn.
All right, I'll load up the wagon.
how
Tim
big is your little
Snippins kind of just runs over along with Finn to go and help him with the wagon.
How big is your little
Are we-
caravan now?
Bringing the statue.
No.
Do you want to carry
bring
that?
samples. We'll bring samples.
No.
Um,
No.
I have-
No. Stop chipping, by the way, off of your friend. It's a surefire way to make
Only
it
his
not
hair.
reanimatable.
Only his hair.
Thank you.
We're only giving him a haircut.
I don't know if you know how stone to flesh works, but in order for there to be flesh created from stone, there has to still be stone.
Yeah, we're only taking your hair. If it gets to any actual flesh, we're stopping, for sure.
I just imagine, like, tries to chip off a piece of hair. There's a huge crack that slices through Brownhorn's face, and it's like, well, he's dead either way now.
So, stop doing that. Anybody who can turn stone to flesh can also turn flesh to stone. So they can show you right there, by casting it twice, right, that it works.
Okay. That's fair.
Oh, wait, Gabe, I have a question. So if you were able to get it at enough of a range, like enough of a radius effect, could you intentionally, like, turn a castle wall into flesh and then just pull through it?
Ew!
Yeah, I know, but, like,
Ew!
just like little flesh bricks, and then just, like, pull through them.
That's smart, but disgusting.
Gabe, your face. Why do you ask me these dumb questions?
What sucks is I already read the spell, and I know what it does, and I'm going to look it up just again. Just to
He
read it
talks so
again.
much, but said so little. I'm actually curious if this would work though, because like getting into a building, just turn the wall into a fucking flesh pyre.
Curious what Tim's reaction was to me shit talking settlers so much.
He doesn't really like love settlers. He's just curious in any mentality of like culture that isn't his own. You know, he just wants to gain insight, learn information. It's not like he likes the settlers, undoubtedly.
Yeah, but did he
He's
have
just a
any like
curious being.
visible reaction?
No, he just when you said it, he's just like, yeah. Well, he knows that people hate the settlers, and he's just curious about what they do and what they live like. It's not like he wants to be one. He's happy with being an elf, believe me. It's just that he's just like, huh, what are these weird people doing weird shit? Oh, they're fucking stuff up.
Okay.
What the fuck? Okay, why?
Go for a half elf.
He's full, high elf. So, full elf.
So this spell restores a petrified creature to its normal state, restoring life and goods. The creature must make a DC 15 Fortitude save to survive the process. So you'd be making a Constitution save to survive your process. Any petrified creature, regardless of size, can be restored. The spell can also convert a mass of stone into a fleshy substance. Such flesh is inert and lacking a vital life force unless a life force or magical energy is available. For example, the spell would turn an animated stone statue into an animated flesh statue, but an ordinary statue would become a mass of inert flesh in the shape of the statue.
So, theoretically, you could pull through the flesh wall.
Yeah.
This is corny shit right now, and I love it.
Alright, be right back.
So gnarly.
Just imagine that, guys. You're breaking into a bank, and then you're just like pulling like stakes out of walls, and just like, just don't mind me.
No, it would be way worse than stakes.
Oh yeah, it would be like,
Tim gets it. You could gradually turn the temple into a temple made of meat.
Yeah, you also wanted to fill the whole temple with chickens, so you don't exactly have the esteem for the temple that some of us do.
I don't even really understand what it's a temple for, or why we live in a temple. I'm an atheist.
What's up?
It's a temple to unite against the madness of life I am.
Look, you remember what the whole principle behind the temple was,
Is that
right?
a temple or a community organization? Like,
It's
well,
a, it's a YMCA.
Kill people, help people.
the closest thing we have to an altar is the statue of Brownhorn, which is quite temple-like now. Now that it's got the egg and a bunch of worshipping elves, okay, it's a temple. But
You know, some plans have
it's kind
changed.
of a place to live now.
You might be an atheist, but Divinus Ray is not.
So is there like a some sort of
Bear is, well,
worship in this place?
I
To a
assume
particular-
that Bear is the only other atheist of our party. But that, I guess, is assuming Bear's religion. I don't actually know.
Frankly, I never really developed on that. I mean, I could default.
Consider
Make it
that
up,
a
bro.
passion.
Make it up. You're a
All right.
dwarf.
All right, we're going back.
Mining
He
dwarf.
believes in golems.
We're going back to Armagh.
Lives in Rutger Hauer, the hobo with a shotgun.
All dwarves are
Well,
slaves.
that sounds about right.
I'm just imagining badass, except with a shotgun.
Okay.
Have you seen that
Okay.
movie? I want to watch it sometime. I haven't seen it yet.
Badass? Yeah, the movie's fucking hilarious.
Hobo with a shotgun.
It's a movie called. Okay, yeah, no, that's something I want to look into now too.
Oh yeah, I remember that one.
I mean, I'd be worried to give anyone on East Hastings a shotgun. That's just a recipe for disaster. So yeah, I'm just imagining like it's basically like it is in Gary's Mod in a sense, and they just like drop like 60 shotguns out of the sky in the middle of Hastings, and all the crackheads just look at each other and look at the shotguns.
It's probably terrible.
I mean,
Tarantino saw a trailer for it in a competition for like make the best trailer, and was like, or no, maybe it was Robert Rodriguez, some famous director of that sort of art house thing that they do, or grindhouse team up, one of those two, saw this and was like, yeah, that movie sounds hilarious, and wrote the dude a check. which was like,
it's
"Make the
directed
movie."
by Jason Eisner.
I mean, they're crackheads, so they might just start bludgeoning each other with the guns, not understanding that they can fire them. So we'll see.
Yeah, Chris, not the director, the producer. That's who. Yeah.
Sorry guys, I just got some groceries to put away.
It's
Oh,
all
good.
good.
I'm just looking up this movie on IMDb, so
We're talking about hobo with a shotgun while we wait, so it's all good.
directing, writing, Chris Bell.
Maybe.
Nope.
I don't know exactly, but definitely somebody famous bankrolled it because they liked the trailer that they saw in this. Like, the whole thing was like, make a trailer for a movie that doesn't exist. And
I mean, I'm looking at the list of producers and I don't recognize any of them, but I'm also not a big movie snob, so I don't know.
I'm gonna look this up.
Maybe someone on Twitch thinks we're uncultured swine, but if there's
Everyone on
anyone on Twitch to think we're uncultured swine, that's good news anyway.
We're not
so.
streaming on Twitch, we're streaming on YouTube.
Oh, well,
Oh,
You
look at the
uncultured
big boys.
swine.
Hey guys, if it's on YouTube, let's just come to one resolute fact. There was probably a cannibal watching this live stream.
hit me up.
He's being all like, what is their problem with Hannibal? Hannibal should.
Cannibals are cool. Alright, well. So, you guys are going to. Can you put together a cart for me? Never mind, I'll do it.
What?
I'll
Should I
do
put
it.
together what for you?
I'm just going to draw a cart. You're bringing
Oh.
one cart, right?
Yeah, a wagon. A wagon pulled by two donkeys.
Beat you,
I'm thinking
okay?
like a covered wagon because it's the Old West, and we should have a covered
Beat you
wagon.
like a bad donkey, okay?
Like a caravan?
Yeah. Full of like all my shovels and buckets.
I have a
and-
horse. I forgot that I had a horse.
Yeah, good, sweet. You can like ride alongside us.
A cat on a horse.
Makes more sense than like, you know how a lot of people when they like play Tabaxi and they're like, oh yeah, my mount is gonna be a big cat and my like pet is gonna be a cat. Like, you know, I'd play a human and then be like, my mount is gonna be a giant ape, and then my like pet is gonna be an ape, which might be cool though.
I just think it would be kind of funny if Noon's mount was literally just a giant dog, and she'd just like, yeah, that's right, fuck you, society.
Put that bitch in its place.
I mean, there are mastiffs. If there were small-sized tabaxi, that would be kind of a cool race of like halfling-sized tabaxi.
Okay, well, on that note,
There is some kind of small cat race that exists.
I'm pretty sure it's like kobolds, but with cats, and fuck, what book are they in?
And those could ride mastiffs, as that's a 25 gold mount. No problem.
Oh, that is my next character, man. That's my next character.
Dogs?
Actually, I should maybe not do more cat-themed characters, but
Oh, no, okay, but a cat
Maybe
that
I
rides a
will.
dog
I
and
probably
has
will.
a little
I'm a
mouse
cat
for a pet. If you take the urchin background, you get a little mouse pet. And then you could have a cat and a dog and a mouse.
oh, it's so precious.
You could
I'm
literally
sorry,
be your
Gabe.
own
We're
personal
getting
little
real
pet
off topic.
You're fine. This is actually exactly what I needed, is for you guys to waste about an hour talking and doing other bullshit. It pads out the game. It's going to be fine. Keep doing it.
Sounds good. We get to ramble on about bullshit and shenanigans with absolutely no consequence. Well, let Tim Snippets regale you with a story.
I'm not
and
going to
shit.
lie. That's why we're here. To
We
hang out
love
with
your
friends
mug.
and have some fun talking about dumb shit and rolling dice every once in a while. It's fucking what the game is.
Fuck yeah.
So,
Love your
Yeah.
mug. It's a
Even though it's an
quality
ugly mug, we love it.
It is not an ugly. No.
There we go. Now you get it.
insensitive swine.
That depends. Which mug will people be wrapping their lips around, though?
All right. So you guys gather up the stuff you need for a couple weeks trek. It's a couple weeks journey, right? And you grab your donkeys, and
And
you
horse.
start heading out. And the first thing you're going to do is deal with the mountains. So you're coming out of the mountains and down the foothills. And so going to just take a survival check from everybody.
Oh, I can do that.
Perfect. Feeling actually good at.
I could do that.
Top 20.
Wow, I didn't do very well.
I have a lower bonus than both
Well.
of you, and I rolled better.
Okay.
Better value than one.
Finn
Oh wow, -1.
and Bear and Tim Schnippens. Yeah, so what were you guys doing to like be okay traveling? What did you bring water?
Yeah,
Um,
I brought
You
water
did.
and some rations.
Okay, so if you brought water, then your water's probably good then, so you're not gonna have a waterborne parasite, for instance.
Did we bring enough water for the horses?
yeah, we
They
should
can have
put
parasites. It'll
money
be
into
fine.
water. and
Okay,
feed.
good.
I can
Really
look
wouldn't
up
have wanted us to make an ass of ourselves.
You want me to look up the trade good costs on water and feed for a certain amount of time?
Oh, Gabe, I'm so jealous.
I'll
Yeah, you should
gladly
be.
send it.
Yeah, it's half baked, baby.
Can you just like mail me a bite? Delicious, thank you.
So,
Love half baked. That's one of the best flavors.
Tim,
feed per day, feed per day.
we're gonna
Yeah.
say you, from riding the cart, you immediately get migraines and are dizzy. Bear, you have kind of the same, where you're basically seasick.
Great, but I'm
Motion
cart
sickness.
sick.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, goody.
No motion sickness. And
Bear,
Phineas?
you came from Karam, didn't you? How was
came-
that?
You should have seen him on the boat.
These roads are rough and not. They're not as good as the ones back there, I'm sure. I can only imagine how beautiful that continent is.
I mean, how was the crossing?
The crossing was rough, but the roads were smooth as smooth as pebbles on a river's bottom. But that's all past now.
Old Dwarven saying, "Smooth as the pebbles on a river's bottom."
Yeah, that's
Sounds
Of
about
course,
right.
Dwarven baby
Old
butts
Malfoy.
are notoriously rough to the touch.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, you guys are pretty obnoxicated by the whole process. Eventually, deciding you'd rather just fucking walk. Hi, Mom.
Oh,
And
so 15 copper a day to keep all these animals alive.
thank you. So
I know that's probably not what it was, but it looked like your mom totally just flipped you off in the last frame there.
you're
Your
muted.
mic's muted.
She was waving.
Hi, Mama.
Hmm.
Oh,
Have a good one.
Can I run and grab food?
Yeah.
It will take me like 2 minutes, less than 5.
2-minute break, everyone.
I'm just imagining throughout the cart trips of the Endeavors, like Tim Schnippens is just kind of like sitting out there on the side of the cart, and then like just throws up on one of the wheels and it's just going back and around on the wheel, and he's like, "Oh God!" rotates the next one.
Nice.
Yeah, I think Finn probably drives. I mean, it's not that I have any expertise in vehicles, but I don't think anyone else does either. So Finn's probably driving the cart most of the time.
You're leading the donkeys.
Yeah, that would make it's all happening at a walking pace anyway. We just have these animals to carry a bunch of gear.
Mhm.
Tents and crap,
All the
Probably-
good stuff that we need
It's a
to.
long way on foot. Like border Nevada to San Francisco is got probably a week of walking if you're like taking it easy and setting up camp every night.
So did we just like leave the donkey somewhere and just decide, fuck it, we were just gonna walk, or what happened to
Oh.
them?
You're just walking next to them.
Okay, cool.
Leading them along the road, and if you're feeling sick, you just walk on next to it.
Fort
Oh,
Cisco.
God. Finn,
Yeah.
you know any jokes by chance, bud? Make the time pass?
Oh crap.
Because I'm pretty sure we're having a wheel of a time with this one.
Yeah, so
How come you ain't never seen no elephants hiding in no trees?
I don't know why.
'Cause they're real good at it.
Kind of just rolls his eyes and like sighs and goes, okay.
You ever seen an elephant?
I don't think I know what those are.
I read about one in a book once. I
What
want
do they
to
look
see
like?
one day. Well, they're real big, and they got these big floppy ears, and their dick just grows right out their face. It's real long and like
So,
right where the
wait.
baby, just this real long dick.
So, you know what? That's a question I'm not willing to ask. Never mind.
you
I
knew a
think
guy
they
back in
got
the
right each
tribe
other's
people who's called
faces.
Dick Nose.
What?
There was a guy back in the tribe people who's called Dick Nose.
Ah, yes. Unfortunately, there was one person's character, I'd like to say. In our tribe, we used to call Dick Nose. He had a really oblong-shaped face and quite unsettling. And imagine he'd be into those elephants that of some nature.
I remember Dick Nose. Do I remember Dick Nose?
Yes, you remember. In fact, you might have been the one to coin the phrase.
Are you lying to me?
I will play a guitar jamboree for y'all pass the time.
What's Bear doing during all of this? Is he just sitting in the back of the wagon?
I started walking.
Oh no, actually, I heard this once. This is legit how somebody I know learned how to play the harmonica. Was that they had a real long walk ahead of them and nothing to do. So I'm gonna lend my harmonica to Tim Snippins.
Cool. Okay, he's gonna take it. He's gonna look at it for a bit. What do I do with this?
Well, you try it out, blow through it, and you'll notice they make different sounds depending where you blow.
Okay.
After that, I'm gonna leave it to you.
All right. You'll look at him and notice that he picks up the harmonica and puts the back end of it towards his lips and blows with it away from his face, so it's not really making any sounds, and the ones that do are just off key really bad.
And I'm just gonna let him do that until as long as he wants, and make a note to buy him one of these when we get to Briscoe Bay.
All right. I guess after about 5 or 10 minutes, he flips it around and realizes and starts making sounds. And they're all just incoherent gibbers of nonsense, like random noises floating in and out every now and again. By the way, Noon. Noon?
Yes.
So Finn gave Tim Schnippens a harmonica, which he is very bad at.
No.
Like, horrible at.
You know what? I'm not even gonna buy Tim one when we get there. I'm gonna buy myself one and just you can add a harmonica to your inventory. You'll have to make a custom item.
Okay, cool.
How bad?
Okay, you know what? I'm gonna roll a performance check and we'll just -5 off of that.
Why?
Why 5?
You don't need to.
Because I want it to
just
be
don't have proficiency.
Just use your regular charisma proficiency.
Use my regular what?
Just roll a regular performance check.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, you just don't have proficiency. That's all.
See how well I'm doing with this.
Oh.
Oh, apparently not bad.
Yeah. It doesn't sound terrible. It still doesn't sound like music because you don't know how to play music.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Noon was ready to throw the harmonica, so...
But like, you've probably played wood instruments before. You're with the elves. Everybody learns a little bit.
I wasn't really allowed instruments back in the village, shall we say.
Good lord, Tim. They
Why is
treated you
that?
worse than they treated me.
He kept trying to put them in his butt.
I'm a half-blood. Mind
Well, you know, you do a few things, you talk for a few hours to the wrong person about something they really don't like, and all of a sudden everyone hates you. It's a fun life.
I'm gonna borrow that harmonica back and show him how it's done.
Okay. He's gonna look at you a little confused and give it back to you.
Performance check for him.
And then hand it back after this riveting performance of like. I don't have a harmonica, so I just play kazoo.
Tim Simmons is like clapping alongside you and like loving every second of it. When he finally gets it back, he like,
I was gonna say, I think Noon enjoyed that more than Chris did.
oh god. Well, arranging when Tim gets it back, he like looks at it for a second, like, you didn't cast a spell when you did that or something, did you?
Nope. Could if I wanted to, but
How did you make it sound like that? Whenever I use it, it sounds like, well, to be blunt, garbage.
well, practice and a practice and a practice. That
So you
sounded
do-
like you when I
you-
started out.
So are all instrument users insane then? Because it sounds like they just do the exact same thing over and over again, expecting it to change.
I mean, that's exactly what we do. Only it does change.
Jesus Christ. Okay. Well, I'll
And
have to
keep
think
trying
about
new
that.
things. You know, change the way you play.
Fair enough. Fair. Well, maybe you can show me how it's done as we go along, and figure out maybe I'll be able to play it someday.
Heck yeah! As we walk, I'm gonna definitely spend the journey trying my best to teach Tim Snippets to play the harmonica better.
Cool. It's getting dark out. It's the end of the first day.
Right? Do we make camp?
All right.
Should we
Who's
set up
doing
a
what
watch?
for camp prep and stuff? How are you guys camping?
Well, I have a 2-person tent, and we have a covered wagon now,
Mm-hmm.
so that should be enough covered spot to keep us protected from weather.
Noon is sleeping wherever Tim and Finn are not.
Because of the harmonica.
Yes.
Yes, we just
Love it.
we try and collect some wood, and then keep a fire going all night if we can, and like shifts to just watch the fire and watch the camp.
Shifts. Are we rolling for shifts or?
We just decide. Tim, if you're like the other elves, you don't sleep quite as long, right?
I'll take the worst shift.
All right, I'll take the first shift.
Tim will take whichever shift someone wants him to, because, night watch is something that he usually doesn't do because he just meditates.
You're not very useful at night watch if you're meditating.
Mm-hmm. But that's why he's saying whichever shift works well for you guys. Do you want me to take the midway point of the night? I can see in the dark and such.
I can see in the dark.
Sure, do it.
Alright, I'll take mid-watch throughout the night.
So, like, I guess Finn, then Noon, then
Than me.
then so and so, then you, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Then you, then okay.
Tim.
Tim last, yeah, sure.
Sure, whichever order.
You should have
Well,
grabbed a napkin.
Cool. First shift goes by without incident. Second shift goes by without incident. Who's on third shift?
That'd be Bear.
Perception.
Yeah, you have dark vision, right?
Yes, I do. 60 feet.
Yeah. You're staring out into the blackness for most of your shift, and you fail to realize that the fire has gone out.
Shit.
That's what happened.
I was expecting it to be enemies.
Everybody expects enemies when you roll something and
Yeah.
say something happened, but he was looking for enemies, forgot to keep the fire going, which is the other task that he was supposed to do.
Right.
Would you like to start a new fire? Get it going again?
No, can I just adjust my eyes and, search the darkness?
Yeah, you want to wander away from camp?
Not wander away, but not too far.
How
You're not
far?
going to try to restart the fire?
How far?
I mean, I want to go back toward camp, toward the fire, and I want to look around into the darkness. Because if it went out, someone also must have also put it out. But
No, it just went out because you weren't paying
Okay.
attention.
I'll no, keep watch into the darkness.
Okay.
Because I can still see.
Okay. Cool.
Do all of us have dark vision?
No.
I mean, you do, Noon, and
You
so
check.
does-
Do half elves?
Pretty sure you don't, Noon. Do you?
Yes, I do.
Yes, I do.
Doesn't mean I don't like having fire.
No. Especially
Covered
with
in
this,
fur, I'm fine.
especially with
It's
this
the
chill
night,
on the air.
everybody's sleeping. And I watch.
I'm
Um,
also gonna roast marshmallows.
roll a everybody roll a Constitution saving throw.
You know, darling,
Beautiful.
you bring out the worst in me. Sometimes when I'm around you, I feel like pure.
Oh,
I say no
fuck.
but
Oh, super fast.
Yeah, it's okay.
4?
Well, that's not. That's just a con save here. Saving throw. Yeah, lower.
All
I
right.
got a 10.
Yeah,
Everybody who
20
got
points.
less than a 15 takes 1 point of frost damage.
Less than 15?
It looks like it's High Noon and Tim Schnippens and Bear. That's how you wake up for your shift, Noon.
Shit.
Freezing.
Wouldn't it be my turn since Noon went first?
No,
Oh, I'm
I
sorry.
said I take the
Yeah.
worst,
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
which was, the middle of the night or whatever.
We decided the second shift. Yeah.
Also, everybody who took that damage wakes up to it. So
Yeah.
So you do not get a long rest. It doesn't matter if you haven't done anything, but it will when we start adding exhaustion.
Well, I can cast Create Bonfire.
Yes, you can.
So usually that's used for damage. So it's a 5-foot cube. It's a lot bigger than our little campfire. So I better take a step back.
Okay.
Are we all awake at this
I
point?
don't know if I need to cast it or if I just need to
Well,
display it.
you're being roused for your shift. Bear's trying to
okay.
get to sleep unsuccessfully 'cause it's fucking cold, and then
Mm-hmm.
Noon wakes up annoyed, casts fire on the bonfire, gets it kicked up really warm, and then goes back to sleep.
Cool.
I assume.
Pretty close to it, like.
Yeah.
Laid out like a kitty cat bacon in the heat.
So now it's me time for my shift. So perception check.
Well, nothing happens. Your shift is uneventful. The sunrise comes up. Warming the land, baking it. And yeah, you guys wake up.
Cool.
Tim Snippen starts putting everything together and I guess tries to put out the fire and realizes that it doesn't go out and goes, oh, okay.
How long does it last?
Pretty sure it's only like a few minutes, but you know the wood that she put down would have burned.
No, it's only a minute. So do you keep it going then?
Yeah,
You guys
I
want to go
definitely
on
would have
board?
put down a log or two on.
Cool. And spend a day's rations, right? Because we don't have Brownhorn with us to be like, everybody eat a good berry.
Yeah, sadly.
Oh,
Berries were tasty, except they gave you the shits. It's not his problem.
June wakes up, long kitty cat stretch, big cat yawn where they show all their teeth, like.
Nice.
Can I go find food? What kind of rations did we bring?
What kind of rations do you guys bring?
I had 10 days of ordinary trail rations. I also have a bag of flour, salt, and can
Biscuits?
make
Beans.
Crappy bread out of that.
Biscuits and beans.
Biscuits and
Coffee.
beans. Jerky.
Okay, well,
Farting
Noon
food.
would rather go find meat because that sounds yucky.
Okay, go ahead and roll your
Have
survival
some
check.
dried meat.
What kind of check?
Survival.
It's gonna rise.
That's a 9. So Noon comes back dejected and eats her ration.
Actually, you found something, and you're gonna eat it,
Oh, good.
but it's gamey. It's been dead for a minute.
Excellent. Glad I ate in real life before that.
You're welcome. All right, and survival checks for day 2.
Brr.
Goes for travel.
Nice.
Shit, natural 20. Fuck yeah.
Noon,
Driving.
you start developing blisters on your feet.
Oh no.
What?
Stutter? Oh, wait a minute. Yeah,
I
you
rolled
will.
a nat 20.
Oh, that was for your breakfast. Never mind. I saw the wrong one. My bad.
I was like, excuse.
So I'm missing one from Tim Schnippens.
Oh, okay, hold on, here we go.
Tim.
Survival.
Magic blisters, Chris. Don't worry, they're good ones. They're the right, like they'll turn into calluses. So it's like that's what you got.
Oh, oh boy, he's
You
not.
get blisters.
Oh, he's not.
Tim
I
gets
get the
blisters.
blisters.
So it's going to slow you down a little bit, unless you stay on the cart.
Yeah, I guess he's just gonna stay on the cart and stay off his feet for as much as he can.
Roll a survival check.
Is he complaining about it?
Oh no, he's not complaining about it. He definitely took off his boots and was rubbing his feet, but he's like,
He's a big talker. Are you sure he's not complaining
Oh.
about it?
Roll your survival check.
alright.
On the cart, the motion sickness hits you. Now you're
Oh.
complaining about it. You're complaining about it at least a little bit.
Yeah. Was trying his best not to show any falter, but you can see he's definitely looking pretty green.
I would actually say you eventually just kind of close your eyes and try to sleep for most of
Cool.
today.
I could just
and
meditate too.
You guys have cleared, yeah, I guess, whatever it is, elves do. You guys have cleared most of the foothills most of the mountain by day 2, so you are now in the foothills. Got about 3 days of foothills travel.
Mhm.
So tonight is upon you. Mark off your rations for a day. You are starting to run low on water. You're going to probably want to repopulate your water pretty soon.
Yeah. Can I also ask, as a postman, do I know anything about this road and what's up ahead?
Um,
Along with these two for the road.
This road cuts through a ravine and eventually ends up going through Cemento, which is just another town.
But you said something about orc territory. I was wondering, like, do I know roughly where that starts? Like, where it's meant to best be on the lookout?
The orcs are migrating. They're always running around. Kind of surprised you haven't seen any yet, actually. 'Cause they'll run everywhere from the foothills all the way to the coast. So, you're just lucky, I guess.
Right on. And the town we're expecting to hit is called Mento?
Cemento.
Cemento. Cool. So we might be able to just grab some more rations and crap there if we need, but...
Yep.
We're playing Oregon Trail.
Oh, yeah.
Who's gonna get dysentery?
So you guys put up for camp tonight? I'm assuming it's the same order as last night?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we can do that unless people want to switch it.
So, Everything sounds good to me as is.
Okay. And was that survival check for the night or perception check? What was it we rolled for the? Oh, you roll it, right? Never mind.
Before we go to bed, Tipship is going to walk over to the center of the camp area, and he is going to cast Alarm, just to ensure that the night goes by without a hitch.
You cast alarm where?
In the middle of the camp area where we're at, so it'll be there for everyone.
Can you read the spell for me?
You set an
It's
alarm.
in the roll 20.
Oh, 20 foot cube.
Yep. Casting time 11 minutes, radius 30 feet. A tiny bell or place. Silver ringing. Duration is 8 hours. You set an alarm against unboarded.
No larger
Choose a
than 20
door.
feet.
Yeah, choose a door, window, or area. Casting cube is 20 feet until the spell ends. The alarm alerts you whenever a tiny or large creature touches the area that the warn is invoked in.
Oops. Second shift. Who's on second shift?
Noon.
What are you doing on your
Sorry, I
shift?
jotted
Noon?
them down right here. Wow.
You what?
What are you doing on your shift?
Watching alertly. I guess I'll probably like walk circles around the camp, trying to be pretty diligent all the way around. Maybe like veering a little off because she gets antsy.
Yeah, from in the darkness you can see glittering eyes. And with your dark vision you recognize there are 6 hobgoblins that are approaching your camp from the north. Give me just a second. I'm gonna put you guys on a map.
How
that you-
far from camp?
They're probably 30 feet away. So I'm gonna put you guys on a map that you've probably seen before. Can you see this stuff? Are you good?
Yep.
Okay. Get rid of the kids here. Divinus is not here. And I need 6 hobgoblins. And go ahead and pick where you want your guys to be to start with, where you would have camped here.
Is the river the road?
Yeah.
Cool. So then the wagon is like right next to it, probably.
I'd say we should camp a little off the road, like maybe farther back.
I mean, the screen is still black for me. I don't know if it reiterated or something.
No, I haven't added
I
you.
don't see your character here yet.
Okay, cool.
So you mean
I mean, like maybe in
trees?
here, so we're. Oh, let me ping it.
okay?
Maybe
yeah.
like somewhere in here, so that we're kind of protected.
Okay, yeah. Can we fit the wagon in these trees without too much difficulty?
Yeah, I'm gonna say it's there. Do you need
I'll let you pick, Gabe, but somewhere a little protected off the road.
do you need a visual reference for the wagon?
No. I mean, maybe a square.
If you could like draw it with a thing, that
Yeah,
would
give
be
me a
cool.
sec.
But
Like, yeah, a rectangle might be nice just to know. Doesn't need wheels and everything.
Oh, fuck me.
Oh, there you are. I see a bear.
like your jams, Gabe.
Thank you. It tasted. Yay. Where's this going? Here?
Somewhere like in that kind of area. I don't really care which.
Okay.
Just a little off the road.
Okay. I'm gonna add
Kind of protected by some trees.
Nippins to the board. Where are you guys sleeping?
Yeah, that's fine.
Close
you
to the fire, but I'm on guard, so I guess it's just my bedroll that's there.
Let's see if we can put a bonfire down for you.
If those two are in the tent, the ones that are standing next to each other, I'll be actually inside the wagon.
There, that's the fire.
I'm burning. I'm burning.
Get off of it, please.
Um,
Why do you have so low hit points?
oh, because the last time I was on this map, I did.
Oh, okay. Noon,
Hang
can
on.
you control yourself?
Yeah.
Are you good?
Huh?
Can you control yourself? Are you good?
Oh,
Why do I have so low? It just went back down to 27. Was it 53?
oh yeah. It's still written the same way.
That is a weird one there, Gabe. My D&D Beyond character sheet just went from 53 to 27 at
Oh,
some
weird.
point quite recently.
Okay, well, you've obviously had rest since before, so you can go back up to full as you were before, right?
Yeah, no, I mean, like, it says the max is 27 now.
Oh.
On your D&D Beyond character sheet?
D&D Beyond has been pretty glitchy lately. I've noticed.
It's like, don't.
Is it automatic HP or is it rolled HP?
No, he's been rolling his.
I had been, but I thought we fixed that. God damn it. I'm gonna go to the edit character sheet here and see if I can.
Did it unselect something by accident, maybe?
Yeah, it had a thing on that said reset HP changes, but I'm just gonna make it. I'm gonna have the fixed HP if I can. Rolled HP. Just delete rolled HP. Yeah, because that's from before. So now it says I have 15.
Okay. So, let's get some initiative going. Let's get
So
this.
do I notice them before they notice me?
No.
My screen's still black, Gabe. I can't see anything. Am I still asleep?
No.
Wiggle your. Do you have a character on it that you can see?
It's the same thing like it was when we were at the hall. It's just
How
a
about
black
now?
screen.
How about now?
Still black screen. Should I try to refresh again?
No, hold on.
Because I can see it's the old map where we fought the kids and the elementals before. Oh,
Okay,
there
so
we
it's
go.
not all black.
Yeah, it has like the little silhouettes.
Okay.
Of things. Yeah, we're good.
So then don't say it's all black if it's not all black.
Well, it just came back to it. It was all black.
Oh.
It had like the silhouettes of things, but it was like dulled down in color.
That is called gray.
Okay, so it says the fixed value HP on this is 52, and I'm just gonna do override HP to 52.
I'm like somewhere over here, I guess, wandering and scouting.
I'm sorry, what does it say about your hit points?
I just checked the fixed value from D&D Beyond, and it says it should be 52 if it was using that. So I'm just using override to make it be what the fixed value is.
52?
52 is that number.
Yeah, just set it to fixed value.
That's
Like,
what I'm trying. I don't know how to set it to automatically be fixed value.
go
Just
to
go
I don't know
home.
how to override it to make it what?
Go to home on your on the editor. It's one of the
Oh.
options.
Oh, geez. Okay. I was going to the manage HP in class. So
Yeah.
that's
Yeah, if you go hit point, type, and select
manual
fixed,
fixed. Confirm. Oh, fixed.
Cool.
makes life easy.
So yeah, you can see these hobgoblins coming around. Barry Doughton has. Oh shit! Sorry, I need to clear the turns real quick, and I'll add everybody back on. There. Adding.
Love that. I have as many hit points as a deck of cards. No drummers.
Noon, you rolled a fucking 6.
Yeah, I rolled a nat 1 and I have a +5.
Nice. Very cool. Mr. Schnippens. Hold on a sec. Oh my god, that's so annoying. Eat. And then Phineas, what do you got? I assume you're alerting the party.
What?
Yes. Can I take an action since I see them? Or
Well,
do I have to wait for my
technically the
turn?
alarm spell would have gone off, or is there any of them like 20 foot in distance from the campfire?
No.
Okay, never mind.
I'm sorry, what are you doing to,
So- Do I get to take an action?
you do on your turn.
Okay. So then I'll just like shout and hope it wakes them. Hey, there's enemies! I don't know. Roll shit for initiative, so I'm not very useful right now.
Okay, Phineas, you go first.
Did I get waked up or am I sleeping through my
Yeah,
next
you
turn?
wake up to Noon saying, what did you say?
Enemies afoot! Hobgoblins. Around camp.
Alright,
Loudly, I don't want to yell into the microphone, so.
I'm gonna pop out, and I guess I'll take just the star wheel with me. And yeah, I am unarmored for this fight because it takes time, I think, to put on.
Yep, takes too long to put on your armor.
So not doing that. Okay, I've just taken it off. Cool, I'll pop out with the star wheel and have a
Barely
look
put
around,
on
see
your
if I
boots.
can spot any baddies. So I guess I'd be just popping out from the wagon where I was sleeping. Be like right here,
Sure. This is
right
fine.
there.
You see this guy here?
Yep.
That's a baddie.
That's a baddie.
Yeah.
I'll place him. I think that's placing him.
Is it
And
me?
shoot him. I will shoot him with this star wheel thing a couple of times. Shablam, shablam.
You stumble out of the wagon, star wheel in hand, bam, bam, and the 15, I think. Oh no! Both shots bank off of the armor that this thing is wearing.
Oh,
Bouncing
I
off
don't have to
the
click it twice anymore.
What do you mean?
Shoot. It's giving 2 damage readings each time. Like it's 2d10.
Yeah, I don't know why that's happening. Are you using the star wheel from the?
Yeah, I just switched it over to the one that you made or
Cool.
brought in.
Nope.
It says 1d10 piercing.
Yeah. So those both miss. Bear, it's your turn.
All right, I'm going to move up my 25 feet. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and basically just sit there at guard until my next turn.
Okay.
Are you not gonna?
I woke up from the gunshots and started running and screaming.
So you're moving?
Yeah, I moved my 25 feet. I was right here, or however I came. And then I moved here. You probably can't see me because I'm behind the wagon right now.
Yeah.
Oh, I see you. You're here.
Yeah.
You don't got your rifle on you?
No, I only have my axe.
It is their turn. This hobgoblin rushes towards you, Phineas. And rolls a 12 to hit.
The 12. I have 13 without armor.
Okay, so that misses. This one pops up from behind a tree, focuses on you, and fires a longbow shot. Or fucking gnaw. Choose. Yeah. Rolled a 6 on that longbow shot. This one comes around this tree, and 19 to hit with longbow. 7 piercing.
19.
Yeah, 7 piercing on you, Phineas.
Cool. That's an arrow?
Yeah.
Ouch.
And this one stands up on this ledge right here. And the rest of these arrows go towards Tim Schnippens.
Oh crap!
Where is Tim?
Back of the camp.
Oh, right at the back.
Keys the back.
18, 15, 9. 18 and 15 hit.
Yep.
Okay.
That definitely hits both of them.
Take 14 points of damage.
Ooh, goody.
As 2 arrows sink into you. And that was the Hobgoblin's turn. Tim Schnippens, your turn.
Okay, cool. In response to the arrows sinking into my side, I'm going to turn toward the launch them and cast Shatter at 3rd level, straight onto the one directly to the left of me. Or
This
right.
one here.
There we go.
DC 15 Constitution saving throw. He fails his Constitution saving throw, taking 15 thunder damage. Is that correct?
Yep. Yep. Takes 3d8 for each level higher than 2. It's an additional dice, so that would be 48. I think that's what cast. Yep.
Yeah, you snap, and his body just shatters into 2 halves and falls to the ground.
Well, these guys
Sweet.
don't take much damage.
I knew.
Yeah. No.
Me? Well, I'm gonna move next to this guy. Use my bonus action to cast one of my new spells, which is Shadow Blade.
Are you casting it at 3rd level? Oh, it's a 3rd level spell?
All of my spell slots are the same level.
Right.
And so I'm not 100% sure how this works yet, so hold on a second here.
It's an illusion spell.
So I have to roll to hit first.
Yeah, so go ahead and roll your melee attack.
Just a d20.
Uh,
Not really sure how to hit
it
it. Hold on.
it counts as a simple melee weapon with which you are proficient. So roll as though you were attacking with your dagger.
Okay. Sorry, I'm working on it.
It's also dark out, so you get advantage on your attack. Also, you're flanking, so you get advantage on your attack. So you're pretty much
And
advantage.
I can use my sneak attack because flanking.
Right.
So do you want me to roll my dagger?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay,
I
you
rolled
24 the
lucky.
dagger.
So then rolling damage
You
is.
you did 25 points of damage.
Is that the damage?
No, that your shadow blade does 12 damage. Your dagger did 8, and your sneak attack did 5.
Did it? Did you roll that for me?
No,
Where does it say that? I'm confused.
at the top, when you cast the spell the first time,
Oh, 12 points of damage.
yeah, you rolled a 5, a 6, and a 1. And then when you rolled your 24 to hit, it rolled your 8 piercing for your
Oh,
dagger,
I see. Yes.
and then
Sorry.
your 5 sneak attack.
I'm still figuring it out.
That's cool. That's why we took the time.
Thanks.
Yeah, of course, absolutely. Phineas Gibson.
All right. I'd like to cast a spell.
Cast a spell, eh? You don't say.
Oh. Yeah, I think right on this spot here, I'd like to cast some sleep.
Okay. Can you draw me a box of what you're...
Yeah, I'm gonna do the loop. Does that just display it?
What are you trying to do?
If I put it here, it should do a 20-foot sphere, which the edge is there and over there.
You can use the paintbrush tool to actually draw it on there.
Yeah. You can also just draw a shape. And pick a color, and then I think if you hold down Alt and Shift. Oh, that's not it.
Alt and Shift?
Hold on. I'm
Oh,
trying to remember what it is.
Oops.
Okay. So Alt is circle. And then once you've drawn it, you can position it. So
Okay. Nope. Alt is not doing circle. This Alt?
no, not with the paint tool, with the shape tool.
Oh, that's why.
You
Okay,
said
sorry.
20, you said 20 feet diameter or sort of radius?
Yeah. It said 20 feet from a point you choose, I think. So I think that's radius.
Okay, so there's a circle. Does that look about right?
Yeah.
Okay, and where do you want me to move it?
Just a little bit like south, so it hits this one over here. Oh God, I'm making so many things. Sorry.
Yeah, can you clean those up?
One more square. Yeah, that's the
Just
spot.
gonna
That's not
run it
enough.
repeat.
You're gonna have to go that far, and that's gonna get Noon in there too.
Oh, am I?
Please
Can I
don't
move
sleep.
it one more block back this way?
Yeah, but that's not gonna hit this one in the north.
Oh, okay. Well, then, yeah, that spot you had it before where it hit the top two, but not us.
Sleep spell. Did you roll your 5d8 yet?
I as not.
Okay.
But I will do the cast. Does that roll it in here?
No, just click the
Nope, I'm just
5d8
gonna type
in the spell description there. "21 hit points. One of them passes out. Unfortunately, it doesn't really say. So I think this one just. Do I have little Z's? I want little Z's. Where's little Z's? There it is! ZZ. That's so cute. Okay. Anything else you know with your turn?
Yeah, since I've got my little jug that I grabbed off the wagon in my hand,
What the fuck did you do over here, man?
I'm gonna hoot some bardic inspiration into it all. Like, oh, I wonder if I can do it with this blast. Nope, doesn't work. I do not have a jug, but I'm gonna hoot some bardic inspiration at the only person here that I can see in my line of sight. Noon.
Noon, he's hooting Hootie and the Blowfish at you.
Yeah.
It's making you
Do we
angry.
do the
Oh,
thing
she's
where I
not even-
roll it now? But
She's not even there.
Yeah, she left for a minute.
Well, fuck. We're just gonna have to hold.
Is it Noon's turn next?
It's Bear's turn next, but she's about to get inspiration. So she'll get the 4.
there it is. Did I? Oh, I've done it 3 times. So sorry.
Okay,
I was trying to
I'm
figure
used
out
to
how
it.
to do it in the thing. The 4, I think, is what she's
Yep.
was the first one. So all 3 different ways that I tried worked, but only one of them actually made a
A bloop
3D
sound.
dice roll sound.
Okay, Bear, it's your turn.
All right, I'm going to move up here, which is my 25 feet. Then I'm going to dash over right next to this son of a gun and whack him twice.
You can't. So, do you have action surge?
Yes,
Okay, so you're gonna use action surge then to take your action.
using action surge.
Is that what you're doing?
Yes.
Because dash is an action, unless you have something that makes it a bonus action.
Pardon?
Because dash is an action,
Okay.
unless you have something that makes it a bonus action.
Okay. So yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Okay, so action surge. Make 2 attack rolls. Your axe. Sudden grisly bunch of beard pops out of the darkness next to the hobgoblin, screaming and wielding a great axe. Lamstukos? Is that your axe's name?
Yeah.
I love it. And you do 10 points of slashing damage.
Yes, indeed.
Okay, you want to roll your second attack?
Rolling. Whoop-bam.
Man, it's too bad he only had 1 hit point left. Because you just did
Yeah.
14 points of damage.
I just exploded him into gore.
Yeah, so what Tim Schnippens did up north with the other thing with magic, you just did with an axe.
Yeah.
Some kind of snapping and shattering action.
I'm a practical person. I solve practical problems. Practical needs.
Okay. Hobgoblin turn. This hobgoblin. He is going to throw down his shield. Come racing towards you over his buddy's corpse.
Alright.
And swing his longsword 2-handed down upon you. He rolls a 22 to hit.
Yeah, that hits me.
Okay, you take 4 slashing damage.
Okay.
This guy's asleep. Okay. Is that right? Is that all of them? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, that's all of them. Okay, this one steps over his buddy's corpse, and goes to attack you. Likewise, with 2 hands. 21 to hit. Tim Schnippens.
Oh boy, that's definitely a hit in the face.
6 points of damage.
10 points of damage?
6.
Sticks. Okay, cool. Oh boy.
Okay.
Okay. In response to getting smacked again by another dick, he's gonna look to the side of him and be like, "You mother!" And then just before he's about to swear, he's gonna turn over and cast Fireball at. Actually, you know what? Magic missiles, 2nd level, straight in his face.
Which one? This one here?
Yeah,
Okay.
the guy that just hit me. Oh wow, a whole. I don't know how magic missile
2
works
points of
exactly. Is
damage?
that just 2 points of damage?
That is first level casting it. You said you cast it at second level, right? Jordan,
Yeah, what's up?
you said you cast it at second level, right?
Yeah, at second level.
So you need to roll 2d4 plus 2.
2d4 plus 2, cool. So it would be 2d4. And that
So
would
6
be
plus 2 is 8.
6.
Okay, 8 points of damage. Okay. High noon, it's your turn.
Where's Bear? Can you
Right
ping
here.
him? He's right next to an enemy, yeah?
Yeah.
I am going to move there. I am going to use my Shadow Blade again. So,
Can you hear me?
roll with my dagger.
Oh, I can't hear you.
Yes, I can hear you. Roll with my dagger.
Okay.
You're coming in loud and queer, don't worry.
Cool. There, I got
And
you all
then-
now.
Perfect. And then roll the Shadow Blade as well for damage.
Okay. Can you roll the Shadow Blade as well for me?
And I get the sneak attack because I'm next to
Yeah.
Beer.
I mean, he was dead from the dagger and sneak attack. If you want to save a spell slot.
it's cast, so I'm not using spell slots to hit again.
The Shadow Blade
Yeah.
doesn't cost you spell slots to cast.
I think it's a spell slot to cast, but it's not a spell slot to hit. So once it's cast, unless I drop it, I have it, and it's not additional spell slots to use.
Give me just a second to read that.
I'm pretty sure.
That makes perfect sense. I just want to double check it and make sure that I need to understand these spells. I knew it came out in Xanathar's, and I still wasn't sure if it was.
Fair.
Okay, duration is 1 minute. Cool. So you have it for 1
It's
minute.
the same as Jordan's.
Yeah, the flaming spear or flaming sword.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Cool.
I wish mine was flaming. It would be more fitting, but I can't do much about that.
Yeah. What kind of damage is it? Psychic damage. That's interesting.
Yeah, it's psychic damage.
All right. Sweet.
You don't actually cut them, they just think you cut them.
So that was your action, and this guy is now dead. Was there anything you'd like to do with your rest of your movement and bonus action?
Mm.
There is a sleeping guy here.
Do I have anything bonus action worthy? I don't have any bonus actions I can use. Actually, who's nearby him?
Who's not nearby? Who?
This guy.
Nobody.
I'm sort of near.
You know what? Don't sort it. It's good. Next turn.
He's sleeping anyway. I'm gonna put him in manacles.
Yeah, I'm not that worried about it. You're gonna put him in manacles? Oh god. It's not my turn anymore. I'm done.
Not this turn.
Next.
Okay, Phineas, it's your turn. Phineas.
Yeah. So, dead. But this gentleman up here is still alive and well.
Yeah. I mean, he's not alive and well, but he's alive.
All right. Yeah. You know what? Since I did get one of them to sleep, and I don't see any others except for an almost dead one who's fighting people who look pretty okay with it, I'm gonna hop into this cart and grab these manacles, and then try and bring them back over and start shackling this sleeping person.
Cool. Go ahead and walk over to
so
his position there.
I'll end my turn over here in the midst of.
And yeah, you can
trying
take
to shackle.
you can take your action to bind him.
Yep.
Okay. Bear.
Okay, I'm going to move upwards 25 feet, and the one I'm standing by is the one that you're manacling, right, Finn?
Yeah.
Okay. Since it's still asleep, I'm just going to maneuver right here and then hold my turn because that's as far as I can go.
Okay. I believe it is the Hobgoblin's turn. And it is going to swing at. Yeah, he misses with his longsword strike. Tim, it's your turn.
Oh boy, I can't see on past this hill. I'm just gonna step to this side of it. All right.
No, I said Tim.
Oh, Tim. I thought. Sorry,
Oh,
we have
okay,
similar
cool.
sounding names.
Yeah,
Sorry
I know.
about that. Alright, well, seeing him still sitting beside me, I'm going to cast Firebolt right into his face, and it's one of my cantrips, so here goes.
Cool. You can trip his face off.
Sweet. Fuck away from me.
Okay. Cool. You guys finish up the combat, bind up your new prisoner.
I guess so. Yeah. Yeah. He's not a threat right now, so I'm not gonna let anyone kill him. And I guess we're gonna put I have 2 sets of manacles, I think, so I can make some of them pedicles.
Anklecles.
Is that what you call it when you put them on the feet?
Anklekins.
What?
Well, a manus is the hands, and pedis is the feet. So
Oh, that
manacles
makes
bind the
sense.
hands, pedicles.
Phineas Gibson. Do you speak Latin?
That's etymologically correct. Yeah.
Like a little bit.
Footicles. Jeez.
I mean,
Okay,
if you don't
cool.
speak Greek and Latin, where the heck are you going in life, right?
Yeah, that's cool.
What is this, the 1800s?
No.
You need to have at least one dead language in your dialect, guys. Come on.
Come on, we're like 400 BC kids.
Okay, so alright.
Sorry, I only speak the language of internet.
So this was the second night, correct? Or was this the third night?
This was the second, I believe.
I'm pretty sure it was the third. I think you're wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, because you guys spent the first 2 nights getting out of the mountains, and now you're in the foothills.
Right.
Okay, cool. So you get back to resting and finishing up your night. Nobody gets a long rest. Anybody who wants one can get a short rest.
Cool.
Nap time.
I'm gonna meditate for a full rest.
What shift was it that this happened on?
I believe this was noon, so the one before mine. But we're all on the road again, right? So can I meditate in the cart?
No, it's too distracting.
Oh shit, okay.
I just need to look at my rolls real quick to find out when that happened. So it happened on the second shift. You're right. So, no, it happened on the fourth shift. So it happened at the end of the night. So it interrupted whatever 4-hour meditation you would have gotten.
No, I was on second shift,
Yes.
and that was when it happened.
So I fucked up who was awake, is what happened. It should have been, I rolled a 1 on the fourth shift. So that's when it should have happened. It's on the fourth shift.
Okay.
Which would have interrupted a long rest for everybody.
Can I
Unless
still
Tim
take a
Schnippens
short rest?
meditated earlier. But you all got a short rest, yeah.
That's all that matters.
The important thing is that starting now, because this is the third day without a long rest, you guys all take a level of exhaustion.
Fuck.
We love that.
Okay. And
It's
I
not the
should
first
be
time
good
you've
to
had it.
rejoin the meeting with my phone now. And quit with my computer.
So starting today, you guys all have disadvantage on ability checks.
Yay!
Whoopee.
Hooray! Why?
Because you have one level of
Sleepy.
exhaustion.
Right.
Now that you're all sufficiently tired and fucked, you can all make your roll for survival check for traveling today.
At disadvantage?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay.
15.
Got that good 15. Still good at surviving, kitty.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, that disadvantage though.
Yeah. You
Here, hold on. Sorry about that. I'll roll 2d20.
So just roll another survival.
Oh. Okay, never mind.
There is a setting on your browser where you can make it roll with disadvantage, but otherwise just roll 2 dice.
Okay, let us roll 2. So yeah, it's a 6 and a 7.
no, it was a 6 and a 1.
Okay,
So the
go.
1
That's
is
not
your
how that
disadvantage.
works,
You
though.
crit failed.
It shows us what we need to know. Yep,
Yeah.
2d20s.
It was a
And
bad roll.
Phineas failed.
Yeah,
Bear,
I
you
did.
need to roll your second one.
I have to do another?
You have a disadvantage. Everybody has disadvantage. You guys are all exhausted.
I rolled with disadvantage. That did a 19 and a 7.
I was asking Bear.
Oh God, sorry, I'm
Okay.
hearing wrong.
Same number.
Okay, cool. So all you guys managed to deal with it fine, except for Tim, who, in his exhausted state, tries to meditate for a moment by a tree and ends up getting left behind. Finn,
lovely.
you end up trekking back 30 minutes to fucking find him. And
Hold on, I have Spirit Rider, so I could just summon my horse and catch up.
yeah, no, you're passed out. You're like you're sitting against a tree meditating, and you lose track of time. And by the time you wake up, Finn has already come back here and has dislocated his shoulder, flapping his arms, explicating at you how annoying it is of what you just did
Now I have a dislocated shoulder because of you.
because of you.
Damn elves.
Okay, it's
Medicine
your, it's
check
your,
him to fix
it's your
it.
off shoulder, so it's not going to affect your regular rolls and stuff. But if you try and do anything with your left arm or both arms, we'll talk.
Andrew, your hair is something else right now, by the way.
What-
in that damn hat.
What's that?
Damn hat. Might be time for a new hat.
Okay.
More hats.
So
I have
I
no-
have some attitude in a second.
we are coming up on.
Oh, it got better.
Did you guys already remove rations for today?
It's a much worse hat.
I did.
Not for this one. Yeah, I need to do one more.
Let's nuke the
Can
rations
I
for
roll
today.
survival to find not rations?
Yes, you can.
Can I roll a survival as well, actually?
15.
You are welcome to roll survival at disadvantage. Everybody has disadvantage on all their skill checks.
Oh, yeah.
Right. So roll 2d20.
15 still.
Just try rolling it with disadvantage.
Let
cool.
me change the setting.
Yeah, you find something reasonable to eat. Noon.
I will try a survival check to look for water while they're doing that. I'm gonna keep eating rations, but you said water was a bigger concern right now.
Oh, yeah, I'll also look for
Yeah,
water.
you guys are out of water today, so you'll need more water soon.
I'm gonna look for
16
some.
to find water.
You find some water and bring it back.
We got water.
Nice. I also was water hunting, but only got a 10.
I will
Yeah.
do the same.
The dice are in my favor today, apparently. Even though
That
they're
disadvantage,
digital
Bear.
dice.
That disadvantage.
Yeah, I got screwed over for water.
No, you guys both found water,
Okay, cool.
and you brought it back, and you all drank it. And now you get to make Constitution saving throws
Yeah, I thought so.
for drinking
Who's going
parasitic
to
water.
get dysentery?
Who died of dysentery? Somebody
Oh.
poisoned the water hole.
That natural one from the disadvantage. I know who got it.
Well, Phineas is down with the shakes. Got a
Sorry.
fever.
Oh, so am I, apparently.
Down with the
So it'd
shit.
be a 9 and a 19, but I'm obviously gonna take the 9, right?
Wow, 20 and 21. Jeez.
Yeah, you took the 9. Oh wow, you guys are all fucking sick as fuck. Bear,
Oh, can I
Constitution.
I have a medicine kit. Can I see if there's any conventional medicine in there that might fix some of our illnesses?
Bear, I need another Constitution saving throw.
The first one was that 20 underneath that survival, and the second one was
Oh,
the 21
21.
underneath Tim's.
What are you guys complaining about? This water is fine.
It's fine.
Everybody else
I don't
is
know what
fucking,
you're
like,
bitching about.
Fevered and like throwing up, and you're like,
We should start boiling our water. Fuck.
okay.
Should have
So,
thought of that before I put out the campfire.
so unfortunately, that means that you guys are gonna have to stop for camp early.
Yep.
And you'll be pretty limited on who can do a reasonable shift tonight.
Yeah.
So I want to explain to you guys real quick. You are about at the moment where parties start to make really terrible decisions that get them all fucking killed.
Hell yeah, we are.
I want you to
Oh, boy.
recognize that having one person well rested might be better than having a whole group. Protecting that rest is useful at this point. Continuing to go down the path of exhaustion is going to be extremely bad. And this is where the wilderness
Can
is
we
gonna-
make camp for a couple of days and do some medicine checks with this? I do have a medicine kit.
Okay, you're gonna need to recover from your.
I will stay
current
awake.
illness first.
If someone covers my, like, me taking a cat nap.
But you also have the shits.
Actually, guys, how about since you guys are more experienced in combat and battle, why don't I try taking the duration of the shift so you can all get some better off sleep?
Are you gonna meditate through it?
I got a real
No.
dumb. I got a real dumb
Mhm.
question here. The bard's the only one who can heal, right?
It's true, and I don't have cure disease though. I have cure wounds.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead and roll me that medicine check. Unfortunately, it is still a disadvantage. You guys are
Yeah.
still exhausted, but you rifle
I
through your
do not
medicine
have
kit.
no proficiency, but at least I'm a bard and I'm a jack of all trades.
Question:
So
While
I
he's
got a
doing
lot
that,
of kits.
before he's about to go and try to figure himself out, could I roll haste on him and give him advantage, which will like even everything out, or would you not let me get away with that?
What are you trying to do?
This thing, I want to see if it'll work. I'm just casting it so you can see it, so we can figure it out. But would this help him? So I'm pretty sure it like gives.
Their speed is doubled, and they have advantage on dexterity saving throws.
No, it's only for
Okay, so that
dogs.
doesn't do anything. Okay, never mind. It's just for Dex.
That is, by the way, a super badass spell, and you should use it in combat, especially with somebody like Bear who runs funny. That would be fantastic.
Mhm.
That would really
He
make
runs
Bear.
funny.
It's true. I really do run funny.
He's got a weird
Really
little
run
funny.
funny.
It's like I think he maybe had like a dog tail when he was younger, and like they cut it off or something. You know, people are born with a little tail, so he kind of runs with like one leg kicking out all the time.
It was a habit from birth. I don't know how I got it.
Thanks for tolerating me, guys. Okay.
Yeah, I mean,
Love it.
if our
I
HP
love it.
starts to suffer, I can cure wounds us, but I can't cure diseases on us.
So you guys stop and immediately start setting up camp. I'm gonna go ahead and do the rolls for the shifts.
Oh, wait. Was there any like monies or things like that on these hobgoblins?
Kind of late to be asking. I'll say.
It is. Sorry, it's late. No, but maybe
What?
this guy that we kept as a prisoner.
Actually, side note,
We
Gabe,
kept a prisoner?
Yeah, he got anything to say?
I don't know why. But
yeah, we just took him and just didn't say anything to him. He's just like, the fuck.
He's not talking to you.
Side note, Gabe,
Yeah.
since I'm a wizard or whatever, would I be able to possibly change out a spell or two while I sleep, or is that a thing wizards can do, or is that?
No.
Yes, you can memorize different spells after a long rest.
Cool.
Which
So
you
if I
have
get a
not-
long rest, I can do
if
cure.
you guys ever get a long rest,
Yeah,
Yeah.
hopefully.
you
If I can get
will-
one
I
in.
am gonna spend an extra rations now. to keep this prisoner alive too.
Why?
Yes, why don't we just
It's
kill him and
Phineas.
get this bloody thing over with? He's dead weight to us.
I mean, we have more rations if we killed him.
I don't
The
want
night
to
goes
by.
Kill and eat a person? I am in the wrong party if you think we should kill and eat a person.
It's a hobgoblin, not a person.
Hey,
There's a
That's
complete
racist.
difference between
Can you
a
speak?
goblin
That's
and-
racist.
that's super racist.
Yeah, go ahead and roll your Constitution saving throws, everybody who got sick.
Oh, goody.
And you got a long rest, so you're no longer exhausted.
Oh,
Good.
so without disadvantage?
With you're just normal now, no disadvantage.
Oh,
So
Just him or all of us?
Oh, everybody.
Sweet.
oh, but I'm still bad at it.
Phineas is still sick. What's up, Jordan?
I'll continue to drink snake oil to cure it. And cocaine.
Do you actually check for your medicine kit for morphine?
Yeah. That is what my medicine checks have been for, is like whatever might be in some way beneficial to the situation.
Tim Schnippens?
Yeah, my health cap has just been lowered to 25 or 25, so I'm just worried about that. Sorry.
Well, I need you to roll.
Medicine check.
I need you to roll a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. There you go.
What do you mean your health cap was lowered?
Like it was at 51, now it's 27, and that's the max for it now.
So
oh,
go.
you probably got the same thing as me. Go to the edit of your character, then to the homepage, and then pick fixed
Okay.
instead of manual.
Character.
That's exactly what happened to me earlier. So
We love some glitches.
Okay, so Phineas is still ill, but the rest of you guys are capable of traveling. Would you like to travel through the next day? Or would you like
Yeah.
to stay put?
rest in the wagon.
You guys are out of water at this point.
Okay, can I roll to find more water?
You can roll to find more water.
Can I roll to find enough water to save and treat while we're camped? So that, like, boil it.
If you stay, you can roll to find water, which is a survival check.
I don't
like,
need
in
water. I'll be
So-
fine.
You did not find clean water.
I got this whiskey here.
Cool.
Finn is gonna drink whiskey instead of water for today. He's done on that shit.
Yeah, and also Phineas, your pain has subsided, but you're lackadaisical. Go ahead and roll a wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom saving throw.
Yes.
Bloop.
Can you mark on your sheet morphine addiction, stage 1?
Yeah, where would I mark that?
Put it under notes.
Conditions, I guess.
Huh?
Yeah, there we go. Because there's probably a thing.
Unfortunately, you are very quickly going to be running out of that. So,
But it
I didn't
notes.
really get an answer from you guys as to whether or not you were moving or if you were staying camped.
Let's stick around and try to see if we can find more water. We're in need of that.
Okay, well, Cat looked for it and didn't find nothing. You want to search for some?
Yeah, I'm gonna go search for some.
Roll a survival check. You do not
Yeah.
find any clean water.
Do too.
Did you say morphine addiction and then a number after it, or just morphine
One.
addiction?
Morphine addiction, stage 1.
One. Got it.
Schnippens, you want to go look for water too?
Yeah, sure. We're just trying to figure out the health thing, but yeah, I'll go look for water. One moment. Baby.
I'm gonna rest up, drink whiskey, and take morphine.
Well, if that's not a fucking sign.
Oh dear.
Okay, hold on.
What's a sign?
Found water.
Alright, well,
Let's see
before
what
I drink this water,
No, no,
what
no.
I want to do is
Let's
What?
see what you found with it. I rolled a
Found what?
1 on your check for find water.
Oh,
which means,
sorry, I just rolled this. Okay.
so you found water. You also found a random encounter with it.
Oh, great.
Yeah, that's really not great.
Oh no.
What am I up against? What am I up against?
This is a great time for haste.
It might be. Fuck me. Okay. Hold on. So you're here alone. I would like to remind you, you're alone. Your party
Okay.
is back, probably at least 60 to 100 feet away, and there are
Okay.
2 young blue dragons drinking out of this water hole.
Did you say 2?
2.
2 young blue dragons?
Yeah.
Okay, I want to quickly 2 young blue dragons, yeah? Okay, hold on. So they
Tim,
just
you
looked
are
at,
about to die.
they just look at me real quick and they saw me, right?
You found the water first, and they are drinking, so their eyes haven't gone up yet.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna really quickly just put like minor illusion of a tree in front of me and then slowly just walk away.
That still makes you a walking tree.
Actually, it's funny. Like as you back away, you hear one of the blue dragons say to the other one, "Hey, look at that! A walking tree." And then they just keep drinking.
Okay. Cool. Well, the tree's just gonna go fucking that way then, because he
Yeah.
wants none of that.
Yeah. Okay, so you get back to camp, but that was your
He
random
looks
encounter. You
petrified, by the
encountered
way.
2
Like, he
blue
looks freaked the
dragons.
fuck out.
You look like a tree, so you don't look like much.
Yeah, you guys notice a tree just slowly walking into camp.
So we are at the end of this day, in which no travel happened. So we're at the end of day 6, 5 days traveled. And it is time for the watch. So you guys will all be doing watch, I guess?
I don't know. Am I? If I'm still sick?
You don't have to, but somebody's got to take your shift.
I'll take a shift.
I'll take a short rest. Finn, you sleep.
All right. I will long rest, and if I can, let me know when I can make whatever next medicine check I can to try and
Okay.
cure the worms or whatever it is.
There are no encounters this evening. So you can wake up and make your Constitution saving throw to see how you feel today.
Okay.
Yeah, it's the worst is over. You are now feeling much improved, but you're still thirsty. All you guys are fucking thirsty. You didn't get no water yesterday. So you're back to having a level of exhaustion from thirst. And you've got at least a day ahead of you to get to Mento.
I say we travel.
Let's go and get this over
Get up
with.
and get cracking. All right,
We
let's
can
see
do one
those,
more day and rest in town.
let's see those survival checks.
Disadvantage?
Nope. Oh, yeah, you have disadvantage on all skill checks.
Okay, I'm gonna see if this. I just set a level of exhaustion. I'm gonna see if it automatically does disadvantage.
Doesn't.
Yeah. No, it didn't. Or wait a minute.
Both.
Well, then I'll just do one more, and I'll switch it next time.
Ouch.
Oh. Brutal.
Having a
That
chat,
that
boys.
dislocated shoulder, you just slept on it for 2 days. Your rib is bruised.
Oh. What happened to that?
You can't laugh. Well, why is it bruised? Because you slept on it on a dislocated
Like-
shoulder for 2 days.
No, I get that. Sorry, what's the effect?
The effect is you can't laugh without
I can't
taking
laugh.
damage. Breathing
No,
is
but
hard.
I love to laugh.
I know. So, if you say anything funny or do anything funny or anybody does anything funny and you laugh, I want you to take a point of damage in the character sheet.
Will do.
I don't want anybody to take this as an opportunity to do anything or say anything funny and try and make Andrew laugh.
Don't anyone dare make me laugh, or tell jokes, or tickle me,
Or what?
or I'll polymorph you into a freaking snail. That's what I'll do.
Okay. So, yeah, you guys get through today's travel with only the grunts and sharp yelps of Finn at the helm to basically reprieve the silence of your travel. You're all pretty much fucking done with being on the road. And that is when you start to see other people traveling.
There
you
we
have
go.
The road that you're on has joined a larger road. And you're now in a bit of a wagon train. There's about 3 wagons ahead of you. And you pull into the town of Tomento. And it's much as you'd expect. There's you get into the heart of town. There's a saloon, doctor's office, dentist, regular
Well,
tack shop. And
I definitely want to visit a few of these things. But first, I want to see if any constabulary is offering any sort of a reward for bandit hobgoblins.
you go check the job boards. You go to sheriff.
Bring that prisoner along with me
Yep.
at gunpoint.
Yep.
Big shoulder.
Yeah. Here. Write this name down for me. Burke Hillside.
Burnt Hillside?
Burke Hillside. Sheriff
Burke Hillside.
Sheriff Burke Hillside. Sheriff of Tomento. And yeah, he absolutely has had folk from up in the hills complaining about this hobgoblin band. And you got one of them. What happened to the rest?
Well, you're gonna find the rest of their bodies out by, and I kind of mark a location on a map for them.
Yep. How many were there?
Give them good directions.
You tell them there were 6?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'll give you 6 gold pieces for the lot.
Oh, fantastic.
Great.
You probably find more than that in their gear.
Thank you.
Great. 6 more gold pieces.
Yep. And he looks kind of past you at your group. How much you want for the savages?
Lay it for sale.
Suit yourself.
Yeah, they're with me, and I'm hanging on to them till I get to Frisco Bay at least. This is a bluff, I guess.
Well, they don't tend to last very long down Cisco Bay, or Port Cisco.
Are we hearing this?
You've got keen cat ears. Yeah, you can overhear this.
Yeah. Let me
Would
know
you like
when
to
I
make an
make
insight check
deception
to
check,
figure
but,
out why he said that?
Huh?
Would you like to make an insight check to figure out why he said that?
Yes, please.
Okay, go ahead.
Should I contest that with a deception?
Contest what?
15?
Oh, because I'm lying here. I'm not. These are not my slaves. They're my friends.
He doesn't really seem to care. And it's
Okay.
not that I don't think he was asking you to
Oh, I
sell
guess
them
before
to
against
him
noon as to whether or not noon
as,
picks up.
as slaves. He was asking if you were turning them in for a reward.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
So 15 for insight.
15 for insight. So yeah, so Port Cisco is like extremely well populated and well traveled, and the elven population in this region is mostly decimated because of diseases that hit them from big population centers like Port Cisco. The Tabaxi are also not immune to that type of plague, and were likewise pretty wiped out. So
So that's what he meant by don't last long there.
yeah, they don't last long there.
So,
and-
like, don't drink the water kind of situation, or like, there are people who don't like us kind of situation?
the people that are there carry diseases that you're not immune to, kind of situation.
We love that.
Yeah, it's almost like the real world where shit just kills you for no reason, and there's no storied effect to it. You just died. Okay,
Yeah.
so
Funny how art imitates life.
yeah. So yeah, he thanks you again for your service, and noticing your postal regalia, he hands you a letter. He doesn't even ask. He just hands you like a small like stack of letters. So make sure you get those
I
out.
accept
out to the
those
next
and also
person.
check my bag if there are any letters meant for this town at all.
Yes. You go ahead and deliver letters. In fact, you can go and pick up your pay if you want. You're due 50 gold for the service you've done so far.
Sweet.
Yeah.
I will pick up that pay.
Cool. Okay, so what are you guys doing out in the cart while he does all this? Or Bear, what are you doing?
I'll pick up a quick drink and some local gossip at the saloon.
Yeah, you
Oh, it won't be
you
too
step
long.
into the saloon. And so this is it's a human town. So the
Yeah,
bar
fucking
stools
goody.
are a little high up.
Are we all just walking in with Bear at this point? Like everyone's
I
just like,
didn't-
yeah, sure.
I mean, you can follow Bear if you want.
Is there anywhere that sells any kind of potion of disease resistance or curing?
There might be an apothecary in town. There might be like there's probably a doctor. Go check the doctor.
I would.
Yeah, I also would like to make a trip to the doctor since I've so recently been sick. And just pay him to look me over.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well-
I'm mostly looking to buy potions for the future.
Yeah, I realize that. Potions, the way that you're thinking about them in D&D terms, are going to be one of two things. It's either going to be medicine, which is something a doctor would have, or it's going to be magic, which is something that nobody here will have without it being under the table. So you'll probably be able to get medicine that might help you with sickness later. But
I'll see if I can buy a medicine kit, even if it's not the best option. It's the option I have.
okay, that's fine. Why don't you get
I'll
you
I'll
and
go in with
Phineas?
Noon and see if I can get something too.
Okay, you, Phineas, and Tim all go to the doctor. And the doctor's office is, as you'd expect an 1800s doctor's office to be. There's plenty of people there. None of them are elves or tabaxi, so you all get the look.
Yeah.
And everybody kind of scoots farther away, clutching their bags or their corns or their whatever. And you're in a waiting room to see a doctor, so we're gonna pause you there.
I have a question. Does Tim still have the harmonica?
Yeah.
Nobody
Yeah, I
took
gave
your-
it to
nobody
Okay,
took
he's
your
gonna
remote.
try to play it as best as he can because he believes that
Yeah, as soon as
Finn
you
taught him
start,
real well and he wants to fit in.
there's a woman who's sitting there like the receptionist for the office, and as soon as you start, she pulls out like a stick and slams it against a sign on the wall that says, "Quiet, please."
Just slowly puts the harmonica back and puts his hand up and he's sorry.
She was being nasty about it. It's not you. You're fine.
Yeah.
Bear,
Yeah.
you head into the saloon next door, and you walk up to the bar. How you wanna get up there?
Just climb up on a bar stool and sit my little arse down.
Okay, give me a climb check.
Okay. Climbing.
They're tall bar stools, and they're not extremely well made. So this can go wrong for you.
Wow, that really didn't go well for me.
Yeah, you actually you get up like onto the bar stool, and you go to like hoist your leg over, and it just you can't quite get your leg up over the edge, and you kind of like stop and like go over to a table and sit down instead in a
Yeah.
chair. And a woman comes over and kind of wipes off the table in front of you and says, "What can I get for you, mister?"
beer place.
Anything special or just the house?
Just the house.
Tomento, Palmento, Ale. Is what you're served. It is a tangy, kind of citrusy beer, but it's like a red ale.
Nice.
And you start sipping it back. Foam accumulates on your rather robust mustache.
Yeah.
And doesn't take very long before a couple other travelers walk in, dusty. They're joking with each other, and they sit down at the same table. And one of them flops his hat down, and a bunch of dust kind of puffs in your face from it and gets on your foam of your beer.
I'll just brush that off gently and pull out a pair of dice and start kind of rolling them out on the table, sipping my beer.
Cool. They immediately pick up the hint and are like, all right, this boy wants to gamble. Let's do it. And they start throwing down money. And yeah, we're going to go ahead and roll on the carousing table, I think. In the Dungeon Master's Guide. I believe that's how that's done.
Oh, wish over there.
So you guys are now. You guys are now.
Cards and dice in my pocket.
Oh, do you whip out the dice in the doctor's waiting room?
No, I'm not there. So.
You didn't hear it. So you guys eventually get to the front of the queue in the doctor's office. And what would you like to ask for?
I'd like him to have a look over me, see about this rib in this shoulder. Maybe if there's anything he can do for my guts.
You drank the water, didn't
There did.
you? Yep.
Drank a
Yeah,
whole bunch of it.
not the first time I've seen that. You'll be okay. Just gives you the shits for a few days. And then he goes ahead and he gives you some antacids for your trouble there on the side. He says it's just pain, and it's going to heal on you. But if you need something to nip the pain, and he sells you a bottle of morphine, large bottle of morphine.
Any chance I can get some more of this? It's going to be a long time for the road.
Oh no, that there's prescription. We only sell so much shit at a time. Make sure people don't get too hooked on it. You come back when you need it, though. We got
fair, I
you.
suppose. How much does that cost? Sorry.
Yeah, so that's so all told. Actually, I'm just gonna do the whole pack of your guys' stuff. So, well, actually, you're spending individually, so it's gonna be 20 gold for the doctor's visit, the antacid, and the morphine.
So Noon wants to ask about the
As
illness
Yeah.
in what was the name of the main city that we're
Port
going
Cisco.
to? Yeah.
Port Cisco. So it's he kind of looks at you funny. He's like, illness in Port Cisco. I don't know what you're talking about, man. Don't you
For my
want a
height.
veterinarian? There's a great veterinarian just down. I wouldn't know what to do with 6 boobs. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm not a pet.
I never said you were. I just said I am a man of the people. People.
Tim
See?
Snippins,
People.
I have a question for
Like
you.
with a
Gabe.
mustache or 2 boobs. People. Not animals, beast folk like yourself, the tail, claws. I meant no disrespect. I wouldn't know where to start.
Right. She kind of steps away and is like, I'm too annoyed to even deal with this.
Okay, so he gets none of your money. And yeah, he just goes about to his next thing. Tim, did you need anything from here?
I was gonna come over and see if I can get some medicine for the road as well.
Okay. Yeah, he'll sell you a medicine kit.
All right, just a medicine kit, nothing else.
Yeah. Well, yeah, he's gonna try and sell you a medicine kit.
All right. Is there any chance I might be able to get something else there along with this? We're gonna be on the road for quite a while.
What are you looking for?
Antibiotics, anything that'll basically help to quell a wound.
Antibiotics have not been
more so
invented
than
yet.
just a med kit.
A med kit includes most of the things that you're looking for, which is like antacid, some fakey solution for a headache,
Get
and
antiseptic.
yeah, antiseptic. Like it's got some ether in it.
All right, sounds good. So that'll be what, 20 gold?
Oh no, for you 200.
For me, 200 gold.
Yep.
Why is that?
If you don't
I'm
want
gonna
it,
nudge
you're
over to him
welcome
and just
to
say,
leave.
it's the way it works, Tim, and give you 200 gold.
You give him 200 gold.
Give him
He's
200
gonna-
gold.
He's
And I
going
say,
to put
"It's
a
just the
hand
way
in
it
front
works,
of you.
Tim."
Hold on.
He's going to put a...
One person at a time.
Right.
Yeah.
Tim's doing what?
Tim's going to put a hand in front of Finn and say, no, it's not worth it, not to contribute to this one. And he's going to walk out in a huff.
And that is
so
it.
I do want to take
response
this
to me trying
moment
give him
to
money.
briefly remind the players. I told you guys this was how the world was going to be. This is one of the first times you've been in a town that is not literally saved by you. So I apologize.
No, I'm not mad about it or anything. It's just like
Okay.
literally like Tim saying, like someone's being an asshole. Me, fine, okay. I'm totally good. Like I get the atmosphere. It's awesome.
Okay, cool.
Oh yeah.
Just cool. Okay, cool. Then so yeah, you guys walk out of the
Right.
the
So
doctor's
you
office.
refuse the 200 gold? Was that?
most
Yeah, I
Most
totally
are
refused. It was like, don't buy it from these people. Fuck that.
and
These people. I already have medicine kit,
what do you mean, you people?
and I got a bottle of morphine, so I'll just try and pick up some more of that later.
That sounds great.
Sounds
Bear,
like you're on your way to the madness.
roll.
Well, I
Yeah.
ran out of whiskey. Oh, can I buy more whiskey?
Would you like to go to the saloon and get some?
Yeah, I think I should get some whiskey for the road.
All right, you guys hop into the saloon next door, and as you do, Bear, roll me a D100, sir.
Oh, boy.
Right. Roll 1, 2. That's not very good.
What'd you roll? Can't see. A 30?
Yeah, 3.
Okay, so the guys you were gambling with, you beat them.
Uh-oh.
You beat them real bad,
Uh-oh.
and they were talking about like coming back later and gunning you down. You have made an enemy. This person, business, or organization is now hostile to you. So,
Shit. I just made trouble with a shitload of ranch boys.
you get to decide how you offended them.
You call him Mutter and Utter.
No, they probably called me a dirty cheating dwarf, and I was like, I don't cheat. I play with the same stones that I was born with, unlike you folks. And then they just got in a huff about that.
Don't
I
make
took
no
my
sense. He's using words to confuse your mind, Billy. It's magic. All right. Okay. Well, I don't have an actual background for these guys, and hopefully you never run into them again. You guys get to come in here, and you're gonna buy some whiskey.
Yeah. I'm gonna buy a lot for the road. For all of us.
Yeah, I'm filling my water skin full of wine.
And yeah, see if they have other supplies too, like rations and
Is it an inn or is it a saloon?
This is a saloon with
yeah,
an
so
attached.
that's more of a general store kind of thing, right?
Yeah, if you want to go to the they won't sell alcohol at the tax store.
No.
So you would
but
buy your
that's
you would buy
where
your
I can
whiskey
go for
here,
more rations.
and then if you want to re up on rations, you'd go down to the tax store.
Cool. But for now, a whole bunch of whiskey.
Noon's not stocking up on whiskey, but she will take a drink.
Cool. So it's actually. Do you know how much it is for? Does the PHB have prices for a saloon?
Let's see. It'll have wine and stuff. It probably will. We can estimate based on spirit.
Yeah, let's do that. Oh, hold on. Tavern generator. This will be good. Ooh, let's do this. This
Tavern
is actually a
generator.
nice place.
I'm hopping into D20. Roll 20.
No tavern. Okay. What did I say the name of the tavern was?
I have no idea. You
Good.
just
I
said
didn't.
saloon.
Good. That means I didn't say anything.
You didn't.
That means I get to keep rolling until I like a name. Oh, that's a little silly. This also doesn't give me prices on booze, which is stupid.
It is here soon. Definitely around.
I mean, I just searched D&D 5e tavern prices.
Did you find anything?
I mean, I think we're all getting drunk at this tavern. That's
Well,
obviously
I
happening.
guess maybe I should say it this way. How much y'all looking to spend?
I mean, I'm only looking at 2 drinks here. I'm not looking at anything heavy.
Only looking for one.
As much as it takes to have a fantastic time and gamble a
That's
lot.
that is absolutely the answer that the owner is interested in hearing, and he makes sure that you are in charge of all the spending for your friends, and make sure that you guys start having a fantastic
In
time.
fact, I'm gonna say to these, just to bear Noon and Tim, I guess that's who's with me. It's on me tonight, guys. Go nuts. Except for the gambling. Gamble with your own money.
Okay, so I'm
The
gonna
drinks
roll.
are on me.
I'm gonna roll a charisma check for this barkeep, and you're gonna roll a contesting perception check or insight check.
Perception?
Perception or insight, either one.
They are the same.
Unless you'd like to roll something else and can convince me that would be better to roll.
Not good at, like, if
You-
it's perception or insight, those are.
Noon's willing to play cards if there's someone who looks clever.
Yeah, there's some clever looking card players here for sure. In fact,
And
we're gonna say the night goes really extremely well for you guys. So Noon, go ahead and if you want, you can roll your performance check for gambling.
If I
if I'm gambling, I'll also ready the winning hand in case I lose.
if I have proficiency, what's my bonus?
It'll be +2, and then it's your performance check, so it's charisma.
Okay.
The alternative is you can use sleight of hand to cheat.
No, I'm looking for
An
something.
18 looks pretty good.
Oh, I'm
uh,
rolling with disadvantage still. Sorry.
Oh, don't be. Yeah, yeah. But the 18 was first, so. And then what's Phineas? Are you gambling too?
I am, but also if I do very badly, then I would
The
like.
gambling on the same table.
That's what I'm asking.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So what kind of roll was it? Sorry, just a regular D20.
It's a
Or-
performance check or a sleight of hand check
Performance.
if you plan on gambling.
Performance definitely, but
Poker, it
I've got
turns
that
out,
winning hand
is
item.
about to
So
say.
if I lose, I can win.
Well, you would lose to Noon, but not to the rest of the table, not to the dealer.
I'll let that happen. It's
Nice.
I gotta make it look like I lose every once in a while.
That's true.
So that it's surprising.
And we will get back to that. Now, Bear, you want to roll some more dice, or are you good off the dicing?
I'm pretty good off dice.
Cool.
I beat this guy.
Bartender comes over and asks you if there's anything else he can do for you. They got real good food here.
Oh, I'll take a meal, another beer.
He winks at you and says, I'll cook you up something real special.
Thanks.
And goes to the back. And about 15 minutes later, a big plate of, effectively, it's like beef stroganoff, which is like a global delicacy, is served to you with a nice big stout ale. And
Nice. I'm gonna chow down and tip well.
hell yeah, you start
Gabe?
mowing on that. Yes, sir.
Would I be able to cast Detect Magic just out of curiosity? And just see if
Yeah.
there's anything in the food or how mainly to see if there's any like plays going on with the cards or anything.
Yeah, actually, so you cast Detect Magic, and you see that Phineas has magic all over him. And so does Noon, and so does Bear. But the rest of the place looks fine.
Okay.
My gloves are
Alright.
magic, and I got magic in my pockets, and I got
Count
I got
magic
magic
my
in 2 different pockets.
There we go.
Plus, I
I'm
am
just filled with it,
magical
baby.
How's 11 doing, by the way?
Good.
Hi, Levin.
Although the neighbor hates her,
What?
our neighbor is a Karen.
oh,
She's
no.
a pregnant Karen
Oh God. No.
with a young child. So
Oh
she
my
told
God.
my mom, she's like, so your new cat keeps pooping in my yard, and I have to restrict my son from playing in the yard because I don't want him digging in cat poop. I'm like,
Right,
if
why is
you're
he digging in cat poop?
child digging in the flower beds, also like, it's a cat. She's like, can you try to keep her inside? I'm like, I don't know what you want me to do. She's an outdoor cat, honey. You live in suburbia. Get over it.
Yeah, like
Leaving
also,
in a week. Too sad. So freaking sad.
I just like how
I
this
was trying to
Karen's
go
getting
back.
up in your shit so fucking bad. It's like,
Mm,
Jesus Christ.
It's irritating the shit out of me.
Man,
You know what you gotta do? Before
live
you
in-
leave, you go and shit in the flower bed. That'll tell her.
yeah,
Assert my dominance.
I'm not
As
gonna
a way
lie.
of parting gift, I've left a log for you.
So, I don't know if you guys have seen it at all, but if you check out Mars Calls that we played from last night, fucking Andrew plays Karen in that game, and I have taken this as my personal opportunity to do terrible fucking things to Karen.
gave her poop arms.
I did so much terrible shit to Karen last night. I was like amazed that you guys weren't like, okay, Gabe, we're done with the
No,
gross
I
poop
loved every
stuff. This
second
is
of it, and I
weird.
built her to take it. So
Like the fact that it's a Karen makes it so enjoyable. Because I had her like fly out, like she was cutting it with her axe, and so she ended up in this like turret of blood and like flung up against the wall and like smashed into the meat, and all the ichor and blood just goes whack against her. And then somebody like full body like
I have to
side
go back and
swiped
watch
her.
this.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
so good. I
Oh,
thought it
amazingly good.
was some of my best D&D, I'd say.
I'm gonna go and
I'm
check that out. at
so
some point.
glad that a Karen inspires your best D&D.
I've
The
never
most
had a character
fearsome
that I'm
bitch
so
of them
happy to
all.
watch take damage. Every time she takes damage, I'm just like, yeah, take that, Karen. Yeah, poop her arms.
It's super fantastic. All right.
Love that you revel in the destruction of your own character.
But like all of her barbarianiness makes her so able to handle it. So it's like, yep, that's fine. I take a ton of damage. It's cool. I have more.
Well, isn't there like a picture of like some Florida man with like a crowbar sticking out of him? And it's like the barbarian, there's like everything on fire and they're standing perfectly fine.
Hey, taverning.
Yeah.
Rage is terrifying, my dude.
Tavern? Did you say tavern?
Indeed.
Okay. So, yeah, you guys spend the rest of the evening, and in fact, they go ahead and offer you there's an adjoining hotel. So they get you a room at the adjoining hotel. They offer to clean your donkeys.
Swell.
Yeah. So you get
And my
some real
horse.
sweet treatment. You end up waking up in the suite. Phineas.
Yeah.
Are you interested in any ladies or gentlemen of the evening?
Oh yeah. If there's
It's all on the
Phineas-
menu.
Phineas is like, hookers and blow, sign me up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Phineas will have a couple.
Yeah. So you wake up to them.
Yeah.
And they all help you with your morning ritual of getting up. And getting dressed and getting bathed and
Let me
At this
fasten
point, that
your
now
gun
includes a
belt
little
for
bit of
you.
morphine.
one at a time. What's up?
So at this point, that now includes a little bit of morphine.
You do take a spoonful of morphine first thing in the morning,
Yeah.
and they bring you over.
Doctor's orders.
They bring you over some coffee. And yeah, as you go downstairs, set up.
Oh, what do I owe him?
200 gold.
And what do I owe for the drinks?
That's the whole bill.
Yeah. Oh, okay. For the drinks and the people. Wow. All right. 200 gold this.
200 gold pieces will buy you a fucking fantastic night in Demento.
Yeah, I give that to them in the form of 20 platinums.
They shine him. Fight him. Hell yeah.
Yep.
Mr. Gibson, you are welcome here anytime. We did notice one of your
Press the fuck out.
donkeys might be going lame. Might want to replace it. Or I got a friend, Billy, down the road to get you a good deal on a horse.
Yeah, we already got one, so if we had 2 horses, we could get that cart moving a little faster.
All right. Yeah, so for about 30 more gold pieces, you can actually get like a whole tack harness and more, like horse upgrade for your cart.
Yeah,
That's
I
even
have
nicer.
a horse,
Right.
but
And you've
we
been
just
riding
need
it.
one
Yeah,
more, and then
we'll,
we're set.
Okay, so you got 2 horses carrying the cart, and from here
And
on,
I'll trade in those 2 donkeys for it.
Oh.
I'll let them. Well, one of them
Even
lame.
your
so I
trusty
don't
male
know.
donkey.
Don't know if they want anything more than just for me to shoot it out back, but
they'll take the donkeys off your hands, and they'll hold on to them. If you come back through town, you can reclaim them.
oh yeah, great. I'll
Yeah.
stable them here.
Okay.
Cool. But I'm going to take them off of my thing.
Cool.
I'll add the horses later. And I guess
So,
I'd like to restock on rations. So
Right.
I'm just going to.
so you guys
assume
all go
that's-
ahead, and today is basically about restocking. You're restocking on food rations. You're restocking on clean water. You're probably cleaning some of your clothes that have been dust worn or covered in sweat and poop and grossness.
Oh, Bear would like to check around the wagon for like any issues that may arise, such as cracked axles, bent wheels, such as like.
You got that crafting thing, right?
Yes, I have mason's tools and smith's tools.
Cool. Yeah, go ahead and do me a roll.
Just a regular d20.
So I'm gonna say it's a perception check for you to identify anything wrong with the cart. Cool. And yeah, you've got some ideas on how to improve the stability of the cart and make it a little bit better and get it going. Why don't you go ahead and roll a either strength or dexterity check.
Okie doke.
And I'm gonna add 2 to it just for your proficiency.
Thanks.
Go ahead and roll again for me.
Okay. Oh wow.
Man, you suck at rolling.
Yeah, I
Roll,
only had
roll
that
the
one good
dexterity
one.
check.
Anybody got inspiration for him?
Just roll the dexterity check instead.
Oh, can I play him a tune while this happens so that he can have a bardic inspiration?
That's fine.
Is he trying to fix the cart?
He's just
I
trying
mean,
to
my
make it.
dexterity only has a proficiency of, or only has a modifier
Why,
+1.
why are you asking me instead of rolling dice? I said roll dexterity check.
All right, here's a bardic inspiration for you, sir.
Thank you.
Did that not happen? Yeah.
Okay. No, you're right. Holy shit, boy! You must be the unluckiest dwarf I have ever met.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. You managed to make incremental improvements that basically leave it in the same condition as you found it.
Well, better I tried than nothing.
Yeah, you tried. But more importantly, you know that there are flaws with it that need to be improved.
Right, so I'll address those to the party when we all get together.
He's basically telling you your cart's going to break down, which is not super useful.
Can we pay him to fix it?
I would not pay, given those dice rolls, I would not pay Bear to fix anything.
Not Bear. I mean, anybody in town. Is there?
Yeah,
someone
you
in
already
town
paid
that,
somebody.
like-
You already paid somebody to add tack and harness stuff to the cart and to make it
Right.
more road ready. And then Bear went
Then-
and looked at it and was like, "That's fucked, and that's fucked, and that's fucked." And you take it back to the guy and you're like, "Hey, my dwarf says this is fucked, and this is fucked, and this is fucked." And he looks at you and he says, "Well, I think your dwarf is fucked."
Yeah. I'm not gonna
Well,
go back to the
sounds like it.
blacksmith.
All right,
While this is happening, can Tim
a
notice
brand
what's
new
up with the
goddamn
cart
wagon.
and just
one at a time.
fix it with mending?
There's nothing wrong with the cart.
Oh, okay, cool.
Nothing that needs to be fixed. You're fine.
Okay, never mind.
Cool.
Yeah.
So you guys go ahead and you head out of town. Are you heading out in the evening or in the morning the next day?
I guess we try and do the morning the next day. Take one more night here because that was fun at the tavern, and we could get drunk again.
Or you want to do another $200 night at the tavern?
I think we should get moving.
I mean, the bill's on you if you really want to party some more.
Well, we could take it a little easier.
Roll your will save again.
Will save.
Uh-huh.
I feel like this boy just wants some damn morphine.
Is will wisdom? I'm gonna do it as wisdom because I didn't.
You think you might be dipping a little too hard into the ladle.
All right.
Maybe just a
All right.
regular,
I defer to the group.
maybe
I'm
a
just gonna
regular night
like
at the hotel.
abstain and let more responsible people make the decisions.
Or maybe even get out of town this evening and set up camp.
I think it's time to get moving.
Yeah,
Cool.
let's go and get camp.
Cool. So you guys head out that night. Go ahead and roll me survival checks. Anybody who had the exhaustion, you're good.
Who has the witch? You're good.
Huh?
Exhaustion.
Hey. Oh.
Tim,
Yep,
can you roll a survival check for me?
absolutely, my dude. There you go.
I'm gonna use. Hold on. My Dark One's luck to add a D10 to that.
Cool.
I might as well. It only takes a short rest to.
Yeah.
Uh, 16.
16, you say?
Yes.
Yep. So you are able to avoid any trouble. The only one who's not having a good time of it is Tim Schnippens, who found last night's drinking a little too much for his delicate elven sensibilities.
I didn't drink too much. I didn't ask for a drink.
I assumed you were partying with the rest of them. Are you not?
Well, I was just hanging out with them. I wasn't drinking, but okay, yeah, no, whatever. It's canon. I got you. Was that what that roll was for? The survival roll?
No, the survival roll was for your travel today. And the only
Okay.
explanation I can have for the reason why your travel didn't go well is that you're hungover. If you would like, I can come up with a different reason.
Can I be a dipshit?
You already are a dipshit.
Fair enough.
Answer.
What would you like to be a dipshit about?
No, it's all good. Just whatever. I'll be drunk.
No, it's fine. What would you rather instead?
You know what? We could say that he was playing with one of his vials of acid, and accidentally spilt a bit on his foot, and just didn't want to tell anyone.
Oh, that's so much worse.
Why do you have a vial of acid?
He got it in the beginning when I was starting up.
Okay, you spilled some of your acid on your foot, and you refuse to tell anybody, and now your foot is hurt. It's a walking hole.
That's so much worse than a hangover. Oh my
It's way
god.
worse than a hangover, but okay, I like it. That's fine. Tell you what, you get inspiration. Thanks for taking something harder than being drunk. And you guys stop out of town and set up camp. And I'm gonna go ahead and who's doing first shift?
I'll take last shift.
I'll take the second shift.
Just tell me what to roll.
You don't have to roll anything.
We're not rolling these.
Who was on fourth shift? Noon?
This me?
Yeah, you said last.
She did.
And
What's
I said
happening?
second, so I've got that 8.
I'm finding out. There's a random encounter.
And then I guess Tim first, Bear middle.
Pretty much.
Doesn't matter. You guys are all asleep except for Noon.
Alright.
Noon, go ahead and roll me a D100. Um,
94.
Really?
How bad is it?
That's probably pretty bad.
Oh
We'll find
no.
out though.
Yeah, I is not really good on the random encounter table.
This is big boy bad shit, guys.
I wish that was your treasure roll.
You say 94?
Yes.
Cool. Never had you guys deal with any of these before.
Oh,
Let's kill it.
cat,
Let's become
stop!
a sentient, so that I don't have to take a prisoner. Because like even that last fight, I fired 2 warning shots, and put a guy in manacles.
Okay.
Didn't even shoot
Um,
nobody.
So, the way that we're going to play this is you guys get some advanced warning that these creatures are in the area. By virtue of the fact that most of the things in the area have been turned to stone.
Oh, dear God.
That's.
I've seen this before. Shit. It's probably fucking Langston.
No, it's probably cockatrice.
Cock a what?
Cockatrice.
You
Like
kiss
a
your mother with that
giant
mouth?
Shut your goddamn. You kiss your mother with that mouth?
Yes, I do. And it ain't just a bunch of poppycock either.
So,
What the goddamn hell is a cockabutts?
Show you.
Cockthirst? Is that what you called it?
It's a cockatrice.
Can Tim be looking around because he knows that these things are around and just trying to be vigilant while everyone else is talking? Because I don't want these things sneaking up on me.
you are going to have to clear them out to even fucking sleep here.
Oh God.
Should we keep moving?
Are they
Look.
cockatrices?
Now, look, you're well rested. You guys can do this. Actually, you're all level 10, right?
Yeah. Let's
No.
fuck them up then.
Level 7.
Okay.
Let's fuck them up.
You'll be fine. We're gonna do this as the
Well,
last. We're gonna do this as the
amazingly
last
great at
encounter for the
everything, so
evening.
don't worry about it.
Yeah, you're gonna do this as the last encounter for the evening. You guys should be able to take these out.
Yeah.
I'm gonna use the same
Ready.
map here. Hold on. Who am I missing?
I'm ready to shoot some cockatrices.
These are not cockatrices.
Oh, okay.
Or another beholder. That's fine. We killed one before.
It's not a beholder.
That's the only thing I've ever seen turn somebody to stone.
Yep. Well, you're about to see something else. Who am I missing here? I've got Tim Schnippens.
Oh, also that guy who almost turned me to stone. That was just a guy.
Yeah, that was a spell. Yeah, he cast the same spell.
Yeah, but I resisted it with
Oh
my
shit!
feet.
The Abjurer that got away.
Yeah.
He knows the spell.
Yeah, he sure did.
Wow, you
That
just put that
motherfucker.
together.
If we can find the Abjurer, we can. Holy shit! Then at the
Dang.
moment, it's like looking at all these stone statues. It just suddenly occurs to him. It's like, hey, everybody, when we were in Langston's, that mage that got away, he tried to do the same spell on me, but it didn't work. Maybe he can reverse it.
Hi, Noon. Are you not on the? You're not on the board, right?
No, I am black screen.
Dragonborn
Okay, give me a
before.
second.
Sorry, I was distracted. Just a second.
Okay, cool. Everybody good now?
Got a song stuck in my head.
Can you see it?
It is black still.
Gabe, we're on the same map that we were on before, just
Yes.
moved around a little, right?
Yes, you should
Cool,
be
yeah,
on the
we're
same
good.
exact map.
For me
In
and
fact, I'm not even changing the scene because I don't really have a lot of time. We've got like 30 minutes left.
Yeah,
And
it's a good scene.
we're gonna try and it is a good scene. We're gonna try and reuse the shit out of it.
We can put the cart in a different place if you want. To
Yeah,
make
go
it
ahead.
like we're in a different place.
Okay, actually, yes, I'm gonna move all you. Down to over here.
Yeah,
That is a
beyond
really
it.
flame-resistant fire.
That
Wow.
makes sense.
Look at-
Take here.
Water resistant fire? Yeah.
Flame-resistant fire. Jeez, Jordan knows English.
Okay. Everybody good with this?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. From across the river.
Oh shit, cat. Sorry.
You see two creatures emerging from this small cluster of animal statues and such, and they both appear to be tall women with snakes for hair.
Oh, great Gorgons.
No.
No, they're called Medusae.
Oh, Medusa.
You keep saying Gorgons and shit.
I don't know why.
Okay, and we're gonna go ahead and roll initiative. So select your token and roll initiative.
All right. So we were actually traveling at this point, like ready for a fight too, right?
Yeah.
Sweet. Well, I've got my stuff.
Yeah, you got your armor on. You're fully maxed
Initiative.
out. Tim Schnippens, I need an initiative.
Did it? Looks
Okay,
like
this
it.
is good. So I've got Bear, I've got Noon, I've got Finn, Tim. I need a roll.
There you
There
go.
we go. 5.
Oh, goody.
What level are you, Tim?
I am level 5.
Cool. Yeah, these are the most scary for you. In fact,
Yep.
I'm gonna not have one of them. Doesn't one of them turns back?
I'll be really careful. You're good. I'll be really careful.
No. One of them turns back. I'm not gonna throw two Medusae.
I can only see one.
Cool.
Oh no.
Perfect.
Does that make me the highest level?
Yeah.
Yep. You and Brownhorn were tied for level, remember?
Shit.
Yeah.
And Debbie's not here.
Yeah. No, you're the heavy.
You're the tank now. Deal. Wait, we have Bear. Bear, you get up in the front.
Yeah, until I get within 30 feet of it, and then I get turned to stone too.
Oh, I was gonna shoot him with magic bullets, so don't get too close.
Okay.
I'll
So.
try not to, but that's my only attack.
Told
I
you
mean,
to
on
keep,
the first
told you to
round,
keep
maybe.
that fucking rifle. Stubborn ass.
That's right.
All right, Bear
You
and
could
Dutton.
have bought a gun at the last stop, dude.
Yeah, I shoulda, coulda, woulda.
Bear, it's your turn.
Okay, going to. Okay, that's 5, 10, 15.
I mean,
So
we
I'm
got
gonna go over here, and I'm going to make a stealth roll to kind of cross this river into these trees.
You want to hide?
Yeah,
Roll a hide.
rolling high. Yeah, that's not too bad.
Huh?
All right, so I'm basically just over there.
Mhm.
Oh,
That
what
it?
do you think of that?
That it for you?
Yep, that's it.
Noon? Your turn.
So I'm gonna cast another new spell.
Whoa.
I put it in BTT. Sorry, it's a long one. Oh, I did it twice by accident.
You
Sorry
do
about
you
that.
summon Shadow Spirit, okay.
So I summon Shadow Spirit. So you call forth a shadowy spirit from the shadow fell. The spirit manifests physically in an unoccupied space you can see within range. The corporeal form uses shadow spirit stat to block below. When you cast the spell, I'm gonna use Fury because I, off the top of my head, think that's the best one if I remember rightly. So the spirit has advantage on attack rolls. And it is able to attack.
Where do you
I
want it?
believe.
Here?
Is it ranged or melee attacks that it makes? Yeah, it's melee, so I'm gonna put it close to it.
Can you see there?
Yep.
Okay. Is that within range?
Yeah, it's 5-foot attack range.
No, I mean, is it within range of the spell?
Oh, in range of the spell. Yeah, it's a 90-foot range.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm just skim reading.
Cool. When you cast a spell, choose an emotion. Fury, despair, or fear.
Fury.
Huh? What's its armor class? 14?
Yeah, I think so.
And how many hit points does it have?
Oh, no, it's armor class. Yeah, 11 plus the spell level, which is 3.
Yeah, so 14. What's how many hit points does it have?
There it is. Dope.
Hit points. Shadow's Constitution modifier plus your spell caster. Cast a little bit ability model. I can't talk. Jesus. 10 times this spell's level. So its con is 15. My spell ability is 8. And the spell level is 3. So
30 plus
30
8
plus 8 plus
2. 40? Sound right?
Yeah.
Okay. Okie dokie. I've got it ready and tokened up. Does it get to attack the minute it's summoned? Where'd you get the
shares
tears?
my initiative. It takes a turn immediately after yours. It obeys verbal commands. If you don't, I think it can attack right after.
Okay. Where did you get the tears and the vial worth at least 300 gold pieces?
Where did I get it? I did not think about that.
Okay. For now.
Can I just say that we we had something like that at the temple?
For now, what you can do is you can remove 300 gold pieces from your money.
Alrighty.
And you can come up with a convincing way to get a lot of tears. And I'd love to hear about that later.
Could it be something I took
We're
from
all talking
Langston?
about Brownhorn.
Or, yeah, I guess.
She captured the single tear of Brownhorn before he petrified.
Yeah!
Genuine cowboy tears.
I wonder what the tears of the beholder would actually. That's kind of fucked up. Anyway,
Yeah.
okay, so
That
you
sounds
cast
terrifying.
that, and I need to add it to the turn rotation.
It's the same as my turn. It just goes directly after.
Yeah, I know. I'm just adding it to the turn rotation so that it's on there. And I'm gonna move it up. And go ahead and move for it, or do it. Its turn.
So multi-attack, the spirit makes a number of attacks equal to half of its spell level, rounded down. So it only makes one attack.
Right.
Chilling Rend, melee plus. Sorry, it's +3 plus the spell's level to hit. So it's +6 to hit on a d20.
Roll it. 23 hits.
And then 2d8 plus 3, which I think I rolled. 11 points of damage.
8. Sorry, how much? 11?
Yeah.
Okay. It strikes her with that attack. And it is now...
It's Chilling Rend is what it's called. It's a melee.
Does it have any other effect than just doing damage?
No.
Okay.
Oh, sorry. It's cold damage if that's useful. Oh, sorry. Plus the spell's level, so it's +3. It would be 14 points of damage.
Okay. It is the Medusa's turn.
So it's just the one Medusa.
Yep.
Gotcha. So I sacrifice this shadow. Fireball the fuck out of it.
The shadow needs to make a DC 14 Constitution saving throw.
So roll a d20 and Constitution is +2. 10.
So 10. It begins to turn to stone and is restrained.
Okay.
And she goes ahead and follows up with her attack. Oh. 23 to hit your creature
Hits.
for 6 damage and 7 poison damage as the snakes bite into the creature's head. And then she strikes it with her short sword with an 18 to hit, doing 6 points of damage. And then her second short sword strike misses with a 10. I believe it has a higher armor class than that.
Yeah.
Cool. And that is the Medusa's turn. Phineas Gibson, your turn, bud.
All right.
Sorry.
Right. Well,
One
let's
second.
see.
Sorry. That was what was the sword damage?
6 points of sword damage.
Okay.
Is that thing looking pretty dead? The shadow, that is, not the Medusa.
It's about half health. Right?
Right.
Is that right, Chris?
I don't know. I see it start turning to stone, and I remember when I started getting turned into stone, and what happened to Brownhorn who got turned into stone. So decide nothing kills like overkill, and put a. First, I say to the Medusa, "What turns to stone and catches on fire?" And then, while it's thinking about that, with my undeniable logic, hang on, that's a bonus action. Then I put up here. So it's got to make a DC 14 intelligence or take that damage, and also have disadvantage on its next saving throw before the end of my next turn.
It makes it saving throw.
All right. Either way, I'm still shooting it with this thing. Where's that at? Third level. No. Movement. Boom.
Star Wheeling?
No, rifle. With one of these.
Oh, the magic bullets. Oh shit! You're casting fireball.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Where do you want to aim? Where do you want to land that?
Like, I'm trying to shoot her.
Okay. That's gonna hit the shadow creature too, so you know.
I know it's gonna hit the shadow creature, but Friend's freaking out. He's seen petrification. He knows what it does.
What's the range on that? The burst.
Because it's a bullet, it's using the rifle. They're all calibered for the bolt action, so that's 80 is the short range.
But you
What's
can
the-
make the shot. I mean, how big is the ball?
Oh, should say there. What's fireball third level do? Radius?
Yeah,
It's
20
in-
foot radius is standard.
Okay, 20-foot radius.
So like, yeah.
Okay. Cool. I just wanted to make sure that nobody else was in range.
Yeah, I think it's just Medusa and Shadow that gets.
Cool. All right. So yeah, cast your third level fireball spell.
Jesus Christ.
Roll yours to hit first, by the way, with your rifle.
Okay.
You miss
Ah,
by inches. So it goes 80. You said.
well, that's the short. It's long as 240.
It's okay. It'll hit something before it goes. Yeah. There's no. I was just checking to make sure it would hit something. So it hits there. Causing 20-foot radius, right? Come on. Come on. Anyway, something like that. That's fine. Okay.
But
So
gets
that's fine.
the general point across.
Yeah, go ahead and roll your damage.
1d6 plus 3? No, that's how many beads. What's a freaking third level fireball
Look
spell
up
do?
the fireball
I
spell.
can tell you exactly what it does. It
That's
does.
in my thing, actually. No, there it is. Boom. I got it.
The next thing I'm gonna cast, by the way.
You guys are just gonna fireball this bitch into oblivion, I swear. So what's the DC saving throw on it? DC 15,
There it is.
dexterity saving throw.
It should be a DC 15 save.
She makes
Or-
the save, so she takes half damage.
Damn, I wish that disadvantage thing had worked. Such a good plan. Such bad execution.
That was her disadvantage roll, by the way.
Oh, I thought that I had failed to.
You
disadvantage
had,
her.
but I'm just saying, like, if I had rolled the same exact numbers, that was the lower of the two.
Ah,
Oh, you got the damage there, so she takes 13 points of damage. Cool.
Yeah.
Thank you. Hug. Jim Snippins.
Alright.
Oh,
Well, seeing this unfold and realizing the severity of the situation, I'm gonna run the fuck up here.
Okay.
And I'm gonna cast Lightning Bolt at third level at this freak, because I don't want to get anywhere near it.
Chris, can you roll me a quick dexterity saving throw for your shadow?
Yes. It
What-
is.
You got lightning bolt.
Yep.
It's
Third level.
plus 3. 7 or 18.
8.
She fails that. So your guy takes 13 points of damage. So
No, that's what pawns are for.
yeah, I think he's down to 8. Is that what you got?
My brain is seriously fried. 21 minus 13.
That's it. Okay. Your lightning bolt zops through the Medusa. That's a straight line, right? It goes in a straight line and hits everything in the line.
I believe so. Yeah, it goes and just cuts through everything in a line.
I get my shadow again.
Yeah, I
Give
think
Shadow one more hit, man.
I think they might be hitting you again, your shadow again.
Me?
Yeah. So I'm
Lightning
trying-
bolt only goes once, doesn't it?
That's what I'm saying. If it goes through two people, it doesn't help.
Oh no, it's like a chain thing. You're thinking of chain lightning.
No, I'm thinking of lightning bolt, which lightning bolt
Yeah,
passes
lightning
through
bolt is a
everybody
ray.
in a straight line,
Oh yeah, shit.
doesn't it?
Yeah, each creature in a line. Okay.
Right.
Can you move like 3 steps over
he
and not
already-
hit my
He
shadow?
already did it.
Give me a second.
Just
let's see,
actually, there's no
so-
way you can survive it. So he's just your
No,
shadow's
you
gonna
think
die.
you'd hit him no matter what. It's all good. It's really
Yeah, that's kind of why when you put him there, I was like, God damn it, but okay.
It's fine.
It is what it is.
Tim Shippens, you did a shitload of damage to him anyway. You did 33 points of damage to that tick.
Get
So,
fucked.
Baradotin, it's your turn.
All right, looks like it's time for my shining moment. And now that that thing is gone, I won't have any flanking advantage. So, all right, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to move 10, 15, 20, 25. And hope that it doesn't notice me, and I'm going to whack it.
Okay.
Nice.
Do you proc sneak attack then?
Well, I'm hoping that it did not notice me.
No, your shadow's dead now. Chris.
Wait, doesn't one of us have an invisibility cloak or something? Or did we leave that on top of Brownhorn?
Anyway, I'm just going
You
to...
left it with Brownhorn.
Statue is invisible.
Neither of those hit.
Wow, I am fogged.
Yeah, you're fucked. Hanya,
Wow.
it's your turn.
Well, I was going to fireball until Bear was in range.
I mean, don't let Bear stop you.
Don't let Bear stop you.
You didn't see him run over there. There's a tree in the way.
Bear is our Karen. You can just fireball the shit out of him and he'll be fine.
Yeah, it's true. Just
Right
go
there?
for it. I only have 64 HP.
Yeah, like Karen.
Well, I guess I'm gonna fireball. Sorry, Bear.
Just hope it doesn't singe my beard off. Otherwise, I'll be a
You can
Let's be
also-
honest, it wouldn't be the first time Nude lit everything
You know-
on fire.
You are also
And me.
totally capable of aiming the stupid thing like this.
Yeah, which is what I'm gonna do.
Okay.
Yeah, you sure about that?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, because it'll take the same damage. It's just a movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's a 16 saving throw.
And she makes a saving throw with a 21. So she takes half damage, just 16.
Yeah.
And now it is her turn. She turns to Bear,
Ouch. Good night, Irene.
make a DC 14 Constitution save.
Constitution save.
Make it.
20.
What's your armor class?
My AC is 17.
I thought you upgraded your armor.
I did, but I chose not to wear it because its AC was 15. My splint mail is 17.
That's funny. Okay. So you're 17 armor class.
Yes.
A bunch of snakes bite you. Take 5 points of damage
Taking
from the
5.
piercing.
Taking 5 points.
And 12 points of poison damage.
I do have advantage against poison.
Yeah, this doesn't seem to give you a. Yeah, this doesn't give you a saving throw.
Okay.
You just take poison damage.
Right.
Do you have resistance to poison?
It's a racial feature.
Can you read it to me or show it to me?
Says, where is it? Dwarven resilience. You have advantage on saves against poison and resistance against poison damage.
Cool. You take half the poison damage. So instead of 12, you take 6.
Okay, cool.
Cool. And then 16 to hit with a 1 short sword strike and a 24 with the second short sword strike, which hits you for 6 piercing damage.
6 piercing damage.
And then Phineas, it's your turn.
Alright. Instead of reloading this bolt action, because I'm guessing we don't have spring-loaded clips, so bolt action means reload every shot, right?
Uh-huh.
I'm just gonna drop it and pull the star wheel and blast a couple shots. And did Bear just take a bunch? It seems like he took enough. I'm gonna tell Bear that everything's gonna be goddamn okay. With my healing word.
Roll it.
Actually, no, fuck it. With my with that bardic thing I did before, but I can use the other effect. Okay, so star wheel. Shoot can be on 20. Does that roll
19 hit.
twice or not?
Yeah, see,
Is that,
it's
uh,
it says 11
that's-
piercing and then 10 piercing.
okay, so it's doing 1 damage roll for 2 dice. Got it. Cool. And then for Bear, getting this undeniable logic.
Oh, is that how that works? Undeniable
Yeah.
logic
So
works
this
both ways.
one. Oh shoot! It
So
doesn't
did
say.
you do 21 points of damage to her just now?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
I guess, unless you want me to make another a second attack roll for that second damage roll
No,
there,
you're
'cause
fine.
that makes sense.
You're fine.
Like, I feel like it should have to do 2 attack rolls.
Yeah, go ahead and roll it.
Okay, I'm just gonna roll a d20 and add the 3. No, not 3, 5. In our heads. Wait, nope, 3. Because it doesn't do with proficiency here. Not sure why. Maybe 6. But,
Abe, you look like you're having a good ass time.
I'm listening to fucking Orville motherfucking Peck having a fantastic western.
that should
Against
be
the
with a
Medusa.
+6, as should the rest of this star wheel, but it's for some reason going without proficiency on it for me.
That's fine.
Whereas,
She has an armor class of 15, so you hit. So you did your damage.
Cool.
You,
Yeah, the
Okay.
10. On
and
that.
then you healed. You were trying to heal Bear.
Yeah, and that is for a. Sorry, I just posted it there. Equal to my bardic inspiration dice, which is I think D8 at this point.
Yes. Oh, this is good.
So you get +3, but you also get an advantage on your next saving throw before the end of my next turn there, Bear.
Right.
Cool.
Which I think you're gonna need for getting turned to stone.
Mr.
Yeah,
Snippins.
thanks.
Snippy Snippins.
I'm gonna throw another lightning bolt, but I really want to make sure that Sam isn't in the way, so I'm gonna come and move.
Oh, I'm not in the way.
Oh yeah, Bear's
Okay,
not
yeah.
in the way.
I'm pretty clear from you.
Oh, cool, you're golden then. Okay, yeah.
How many
Another.
how many level
another
3
light-
how many level 3 spell slots do you have?
I only have 1 left.
Cast it.
Anyway,
Some stuff.
lightning bolt. Let's toast this bitch.
Fuck, that's a
Ooh,
lot of
nice
damage.
rolls.
I don't think she can survive this. Hold on, let me try. Dexterity saving throw, right?
Yeah, dexterity.
She failed the dexterity saving throw. Taking
She takes 25 lightning
taking
damage.
25 points of damage, which
Jesus. Fucking
Fuck you.
wizards.
oh Yeah, wizards are crazy. She's still up. Bear.
I'm gonna whack her.
Whack her.
Whack her. Okay, actually.
Whack her good. For Phil and Merle and the rest of the
Oh.
band. You
Well,
crit! You
that one
fucking
crit was
crit,
nice.
you old bastard! You did her. How do you want to do this?
Two-handed, just fucking like swiping up and then wipe them back down, just like.
Did you nat 20 and then crit fail?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's Bear.
I'm having the best of times and the worst of times here.
Yeah, you cut her head clean off. It lands in the grass next to her body. You might
All
want
right,
to keep that.
cool. I'm gonna go to overkill on that head and just like smash that shit to pulp.
You might not want to do that.
Okay, I won't then. I keep forgetting my old mythology class of 07.
I cast suggestion on Bear. Run away from the corpse.
We gotta take her head and put it in a bag, and then show it to somebody. Turn it.
Although,
Or we could just burn the body.
Hey,
Do you guys wanna- do
You
you
know
guys-
stuff about magic?
So-
Does Medusa blood cure stone to flesh?
So, Medusas do turn things to stone, so this might be a really good lead for you guys for actually turning Brownhorn back into flesh.
Shit.
But you guys defeated that creature, which means that I'm gonna go ahead and give you your XP for the night.
Does she got any loot on hers?
She does have loot on her. Let me roll that too, real quick.
Is she covered in jewels?
Give me that XP. That's all I care about. I don't want to be pleb anymore.
So hold on. So the XP for a Medusa is 2,300. It's divided by everybody, so don't just write that down for. Hold on, I will calculate it. Let me fucking do this.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna take some morphine to celebrate and drink some of that whiskey.
God damn it! It's working too
Christ.
well. Why were you so easy to corrupt?
You said level 1, and I played it like it's level whatever the fuck is the max.
Of course you
Taking
did.
like 1 dose a day. This is honestly that's medically prescribed.
Right. And then you guys killed what? 6 hobgoblins?
That's 4 rib.
Yep.
And I think I made it through this game without laughing, but if I have, I might need to take some damage.
No, I think you're fine because you went through that entire process without making a chuckle. Went to the doctors, you got yourself fixed up, and then we had a
especially
game.
funny happened.
That's true. We were not on our
Although
comedy.
I
game.
was carousing, so it's quite reasonable that I would have taken some damage there and then rested it off. I'll
No.
spend another hit die if you feel like.
So
The only thing funny was just Phineas getting hurt to there.
The giggle game was not at maximum proficiency.
True.
okay, so there's 4 of you guys.
Nobody took advantage of my illness, my situation yet. You've all been very kind. You really like me.
Okay, you each get 750 experience points.
Sweet.
You're also going to get another 1,000 experience points each for traveling as far as you did and getting all that roleplay stuff done and doing all that survival shit. Thank you so much for traveling through the Wild West of the Scarred Frontier yet again.
Thanks for rolling out the desert.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So 1750.
Yep, 1750 for tonight's game.
And that would be
That
XP?
gets me 11.
That's the XP. The treasure, if you guys want it.
Wait, it put me back to
1750.
That's the XP.
And I know that's not a lot of XP, and that's because this was not that much of a threat to you guys. 2 of them might have been
They would've
some
been-
people might have died.
Yeah.
That's
Um,
like an eighth of the way to the next
Yeah.
level for me.
Yeah, so it'll take a little while for you to
A
level.
little bit of reoccurring trauma there. Everyone's just like, hey, we have to cure someone from being turned to stone. More shit turns you to stone.
Yep.
We eventually
Uh.
just get the entire party to just be a collaborated order of statues back at the temple.
That'd be cool if
I
it was
feel
just
like-
like a circle of statues of the original fucking party. That'd be amazing.
That would be quite something.
I don't know how this game is gonna end, but I'm gonna make that anyway. I want to make like that terrain piece, like the center of the temple with the adventurers all standing in a circle.
It's like the four of us or whatever,
Yeah.
all in a circle in like statue form.
Let's turn to stone. I love it.
Don't mind me just being a weirdo
We-
stretching
At
my
the end of the
feet.
campaign, we all just willingly turn into stone so that in the future, if something happens, they can just unturn us.
How much more
Oh.
dwarven could that be for a dwarf? to
And then, like,
literally
way in the future, this actually was planet Mars, and just saying.
Okay. So I need 6 D100 rolls. So you guys can
Okay.
actually technically I need 7 of them. So start with Chris.
I'm gonna do 2 of them right now.
Okay.
D100?
Yeah.
1 or 2?
Just one.
2 each. Well, I'm gonna do 2. 'Cause-
That is a 5 out of 100.
Oh, never mind. So
Nice.
65 and an 86.
And 86. Okay, I need 4 more. Who's giving them to me?
I got you. I'll do one.
3 more. Two more.
I'll do 2 right now, then just to get it done. There we go. 22 and 71.
Oh, nice spread.
Okay. I'm
Five.
gonna stack the highest one to the Medusa. The rest of them will be Hobgoblin treasures. Hobgoblin. 5. You get 10 copper pieces from one of the Hobgoblins. 7 Electrum pieces from another. 21 silver pieces from another.
I'm writing it down. I'm not right now.
Somebody please write it
Sorry, I will in a second. Just give me a minute to find my pen again. There it is. Okay. Sorry, can you start at the beginning of that?
down.
Again,
I'm gonna re-roll because I didn't write any of it down. So 14 copper pieces.
Yep.
Wait, oh my god, this is gonna take forever now. Hold on. Another one. I'm just gonna do this one too. 17 copper pieces.
Wow, those are nitpicky. Pennies. Pennies.
18 silver pieces. 16 silver pieces.
Okay.
6 electrum pieces. 13 gold pieces. And then for the Medusa, she's carrying 140 gold pieces.
So who's listening to Big Thief, by the way?
Me?
Because I fucking love them so much. I
Yeah.
went to see them in concert in October.
Cool.
Goddamn amazing.
Yeah, I'll be honest, this is just the recommended playlist from like listening to Orville Peck the whole time.
Check these people out a lot. Like, they're great.
Cool. I will do that. All right. Well, I guess that's the name of the game. Oh, I'm already following them. Yeah, Big Thief.
Can I do the transversions of all these coins into gold pieces and just tell us what the total
Yeah.
divided by 4 is?
Yeah, if you don't mind, just yeah. You
I would love to, yeah.
Cool.
No problem.
But I'm gonna say we're 13 minutes past end of game time, so I want to go ahead and say thank you very much for attending and joining Scar Frontier and playing with us. And I love you guys, and I will talk to you later.